the biggest games.
A perfect season complete. The Wanakee Warriors are your state champions in Division II.
The most compelling stories.
50 years for Title IX. That's incredible. And this is the 50th anniversary.
The area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Go time, level 3 in Division 3. It is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania, live from Mount Horeb High School in beautiful Mount Horeb, Wisconsin. How you doing, everybody? Hope you're having a terrific Friday night. My name's Alex Strofe with you, joined, as always, alongside the man, the myth, the legend, my right-hand man, my partner in crime. He is the dean of area high school sports. He is the man, Dennis Semrau, with me tonight as we've got a good one. The top-seeded in Division III, undefeated on the year, perfect 11-0, Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings playing host to the second seed in their bracket, a 10-1 record on the year, perfect in conference play, the champions of the Fox River Classic Conference South, the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. Dennis, we got a big one tonight, my friend, and boy, am I pumped up.
This should be played 2 weeks from now in Camp Randall. That's kind of the buzz around the state.
I've heard a few people say that.
One of those games that you're wondering why these two teams are playing this early. But as Brett said to me, Coach St. Arnold, you got to play them all at some time, so why not?
True that, my friend. Lots to get into here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Hunter Vaughn, our on-site video producer. Our buddy Adam Mertz, the mayor of Mount Horeb, is here as well, roaming behind us, eating his sour gummy worms. He'll join us at halftime tonight just to talk about what we see in the first half. So Mertzy's here. We're putting a microphone on his head. That's the deal we've made with him. So we'll talk to him at halftime as well. You usually hear him on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day before and after every Badgers game on ESPN Wisconsin. He will be a part of the coverage tomorrow as Wisconsin heads to Indiana. So we'll talk a little high school ball with him at halftime. But Dennis, you said it right off the top, right? This should be the Division III state championship games in the eyes of a lot. Monroe might want to have a word, but nonetheless, these are two of, if not the two best teams in Division III.
Yeah, well, Mount Horeb Barneveld beat Monroe earlier this season, so that's why they stake their claim to that. But it was only week 2, and since then Monroe has run the table. So and they got a number 1 seed, so it could be interesting. Monroe, Mount Horeb Barneveld, a rematch in 2 weeks. But let's get through this one first, right?
Let's get through this one first, indeed. So elsewhere in Division III, you mentioned Monroe, top seed in the area. They play host to Cinderella Stoughton, the 7th seed tonight, still alive, heading to the state champion cheesemakers in Division III. The winner of this game between Notre Dame Academy and Mount Horeb Barneveld next week with a ticket to Camp Randall Stadium on the line will play the winner of top-seeded Rice Lake and third-seeded on Alaska. We'll keep you posted on the scores of games from around the area and around the state. We're really in that time of year, as I know we've got plenty of people with us tonight from my hometown of beautiful Green Bay, Wisconsin, rocking with us. Alex Strofe, Dennis Semrau with you. Let's dive in on the opponent, the visitor tonight, Dennis, the Notre Dame Academy Tritons. It's all about CC22, Christian Collins, the running back, junior running back, over 2,000 yards on the ground to go along with 36 touchdowns. But that's not the stat that pops out, Dennis.
What's the stat that pops out? 12.4?
Yards per carry. That's the one.
Well, and think about this. Braden Davis was supposed to be their stud running back last year. First game, broken collarbone, done for the year. So it becomes a 1-2 punch of Christian Collins and Ian Blom. Blom was unanimous first-team all-conference last year. He's the offensive player of the year in the conference. We start out the season. Braden Davis runs for 101 yards in the first game. Is he going to be the stud again? Broken collarbone.
Oh, no.
Wiped out for the year. He lost his junior and senior year.
Poor guy.
So, guess who steps in? Christian Collins. His brother Jack, who's also the backup quarterback, even though he hasn't taken a snap back there yet this year. The Collins brothers are doing fairly well. Jack's wide receiver, but Christian, when you average a first down every carry.
That's absurd.
So, of course, you got to
Have you ever seen anything like that, Dennis?
50 and 60-yard runs.
It's one thing if you have 4 or 5 carries on the air. Yeah. He has 168 carries over 11 games, and he's averaging 12.4 yards per carry.
All I know is when we have to pick the All-State running backs this year, it's going to be brutal. You look
There's
at
a couple
Brunell
good
over
ones.
at
Colton
Columbus.
Brunell,
Yeah, for example, there.
All-time rushing leader now in the state of Wisconsin.
Yes,
Right.
so you got Collins, but then don't forget Blom. He's rushed for 748 yards. He's averaging 8.4. Green Bay Notre Dame has run for 58 touchdowns in 11 games. Now, you take out their loss to Wanakee in week 2, 30-7. They're averaging 52.9 points a game. 8 running clocks in their 10 wins, 3 shutouts. They just punch teams. Nobody other than Wanakee has given them a challenge in the first half. That's where Mount Horeb's going to come into play tonight because Mount Horeb has a passing game. They're not used to seeing a lot of that.
Mount Horeb Barneveld, a perfect 11-0 on the year. Champions of the Badger Small Conference this season. We'll talk about how we got to this matchup between the two teams in a moment, but let's talk about the Vikings quarterback. You talk about the passing game. Casey Helgeson, the senior quarterback, 6'4", 210 pounds, has been electric all season long. He's 139 for 200, over 2,400 passing yards, 29 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions, and not too bad on the ground either, Dennis. 700 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's been phenomenal. The one game that you kind of wondered on the stretch, they played in week number 8, Stoughton. 14-13 game. Well, now Stoughton's in level 3, so maybe that's a better, give Stoughton a little more credit. But in that game, they lost a couple of players to injuries, including Helgeson went out. He got concussed in that game. He was able to come back the next game and play, but they dropped a couple of passes. They had a couple of situations they didn't score, but they fought through it. But Helgeson's the one who drives the bus. Offensive Player of the Year in the conference. And you can't say enough about a guy before the season when I did the preview for the Mount Horeb Mail. He talked about where this team was going to go this year, and he goes, we're going to Camp Randall. You got your quarterback talking about that to everybody else. He's the guy you listen to in the huddle.
He's the one that sets the tone. You're absolutely right about that. Now, we talked about the running game on the Notre Dame side, Dennis. Mount Horeb's running game, not too shabby either. Trenton Owens, the senior running back on the year, over 1,200 rushing yards, 20 touchdowns, and that pairs with over 200 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. 22 total touchdowns for Trenton Owens through 11 games. That's easy average, easy math for us, 2 touchdowns a game.
Right. And you know what's more impressive? He's averaging 2 two-point attempts per game. He's scored 22 two-pointers.
So this is a team, Dennis, we were talking earlier in the week. This is a team that doesn't really love the extra point.
No, the philosophy is, Brett said they were having a couple of pops. You know, coaches get together and talk. And the coach said, we never kick. We always go for 2. He goes, think about it this way. You make 100 extra points, and no high school kid's going to make 100 extra points. You make half of your 100 attempts.
It's even.
That's 100 points if you go 2 points. So why not give it a shot? So their philosophy is, after their first touchdown, they're going to go for 2. 10 of the 11 games, they've gotten it. So now you're the other team, and you're going, oh, we're down 8-0. It's not 7. We get an extra point. We're down 8. Now we're going to have to go for 2. You need to start playing that chasing points game.
Mount Horeb Barneveld, the top seed in Division III, plays host to number 2 Notre Dame Academy. The Tritons and the Vikings going head-to-head, looking to punch their ticket to the semifinal game next week. It is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. For over 50 years, Zimbrick Honda has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership can save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to their website, ZimbrickHonda.com, to search current inventory. How do we get here? Let me tell you, the top seed, Vikings, Mount Horeb Barneveld, with a 41-20 win over Seymour in Level 1 last week. It was even more dominance, a 38-13 win over Baraboo. Notre Dame, talk about dominance. They go in conference in Level 1, beat out, and not only beat out, but beat up on Ashwaubenon on the Jaguars in Level 1, 56-7 win for them, and then they take on Fox Valley Lutheran last week in a 49-10 win in Level 2. Punches their ticket here to the quarterfinals and Mount Horeb. These two teams both been dominant all season long, Dennis, and they have continued to do so in the postseason. Toughest matchup yet for these two teams tonight.
Yeah, it is, and you wonder how strong were their schedules during the year. Are you ready for that? First team to score, first team to have a little bit of adversity. I think you're going to see a Green Bay Notre Dame team that's going to want to run right down your throat. But they've got a Notre Dame recruit by the name of James Flanagan.
Yeah, he ain't too shabby.
Who is, you get him out in space, he's averaging almost 21 yards a catch and 6 touchdowns this year. And he's also a linebacker. Notre Dame's playing 6 players basically both ways. And they've been able to do that because they've had so many running clocks.
Right.
What's going to happen when you got to go play a 4-quarter game? That's where Mount Horeb might have an edge because they are a little bit more to a platoon.
You look at this schedule for Notre Dame, Dennis, and obviously this is not an area team for us, so I wasn't super familiar with them. You look at this schedule. You mentioned the loss they took in week 2 to powerhouse Wanakee. They then respond with a 68-0 win over Green Bay East.
Ouch.
And then they go. Then they host Sheboygan South in week 4, 56-0. Then they go to Sheboygan North the next week, 50-7. They beat up on my Green Bay Preble Hornets, 54-0. Menasha, 42-14. Green Bay West, 71-8. Manitowoc Lincoln, 48-7. Ashwaubenon, who they beat again in level 1, 56-7. Or who they beat in level 1, 56-7. And I mentioned Fox Valley Lutheran last week, 49-10. They have not allowed more than 10 points since they lost to Wanakee.
They had that from weeks 3 to 6. They gave up 7 points in 4 games.
Yeah.
Well, they averaged over 55.
They are very good.
Wow.
Well, Mount Horeb Barneveld, the top seed. Notre Dame, the second seed. Many are calling this the premature Division III state championship game. We appreciate you hanging with us. A YouTube exclusive tonight here on ESPN Madison. Reminder, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up. Make sure you send out the link to your loved ones. Anybody that couldn't make it down to Mount Horeb today, we'll be with you until the final whistle here from Mount Horeb High School. Notre Dame taking the field, jumping on the MHB logo at center field, getting booed a little bit. And here come the Vikings, the smoke machine ablazing as they run out of the inflatable helmet in the end zone to center field. There's going to be a little animosity tonight, I think, in level 3. They're talking. They're looking at the sideline and barking after Notre Dame jumped on their logo. Mount Horeb Barneveld heading straight to their logo, defending the home turf. It feels like the postseason here, Dennis. Little bit feels like the postseason.
That was Brian Leahy, number 72, pumping his arm toward the bench of Notre Dame like, not on our turf, boys.
Not on our turf, indeed. Well, we're just a few minutes away from kickoff in this level 3 game in Division III between these two powerhouses. Notre Dame, only one loss in the season, and that was to a team that's looking to win another gold ball in the Wanakee Warriors. They've been awesome since that loss in week 2. Mount Horeb Barneveld hasn't lost a game. They're 11-0. And we find out who's headed to the semifinals. Coming up next, he's Dennis Semra. I'm Alex Strofe. It's Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown from ESPN Madison here for the best Southwestern food in the Madison area. It's always Pasquale's Cantina for me and my family. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at Pasquale'sCantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
Win or lose, we're going to walk out of this stadium tonight with our heads held high.
That is amazing. Wow, what a game. Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
One more for the record books.
Nothing's going to stop us. At the buzzer, knocks it down.
Pick is up. Yes. He made it. Yes. Reverse layup is good with 5 seconds left.
Put 6 on my staff. First title in program history.
Being an in-state kid, everything that I wanted in the school was right at home.
Every coach has a toolbox, and every tool is from another coach.
Camaraderie, be able to hang out with each other and be together.
Takes it all the way for the touchdown.
Led by a future Badger.
I'm very excited for this kid because he is brilliant.
What an absolute javelin toss.
He's going to throw a jump pass and complete it for the 2-point conversion to Hawk.
I mean, we can see a lot of offense.
Put the exclamation point on it.
At the buzzer. Wow. It's good. Oh, my goodness.
Do your best.
Thank you so much for all you guys do for high school sports.
Guys, I got goosebumps.
That's all anybody can ask for.
The
The biggest games, the most compelling stories, the area's best high school sports coverage. This is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Go time! Level 3 Division 3 top seed Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings hosting the 2 seed Notre Dame Academy Tritons of Green Bay. How you doing, everybody? Thanks for being with us tonight on the ESPN Madison YouTube feed. I'm Alex Stroh, alongside the Dean of State High School Sports tonight, because we're statewide, baby. The Dean, Dennis Semrau. Mount Horeb Barneveld in the black jerseys, black pants, white helmets. Notre Dame in the all-white. Notre Dame set to kick it away. Mount Horeb Barneveld will start this level 3 matchup, the quarterfinal matchup with the football. Many calling this the premature Division 3 state championship game, so I hope you got your seatbelts on. I hope you're comfy, got your popcorn. This is going to be a fun one tonight. Away we go in level number 3. Nicholas Grusin on to kick it away for Notre Dame. This kick is up and away, and we are underway for Mount Horeb High School as they will let this one bounce out of the end zone, and Mount Horeb Barneveld will start this level 3 matchup from their 20-yard line. It's all about the quarterback for Mount Horeb Barneveld. The senior quarterback, Casey Helgeson, over 2,400 yards passing, 29 touchdowns through the air to only 3 interceptions. He's been electric on the ground as well. Over 700 yards rushing to go with 8 touchdowns. Dennis, that is a total of 37 touchdowns.
Also, Coach St. Arnold said earlier this week he needs 300 yards passing to set the school record, break Max Myler's old record.
Max Myler had an electric career at UW Whitewater as well, and now with the Green Bay Blizzard, the indoor football team up in Green Bay. First down is a handoff to the senior running back, Trenton Owens, who plows right up the middle between his interior offensive line. Good for a pickup about 5 yards to the 25-yard line for Trenton Owens.
Let's see what their run defense looks like here. Wanakee was the one team that was able to shut down and dominate Green Bay. Notre Dame. We'll see if Mount Horeb Barneveld can be the second one this year.
Helgeson working out of the gun, takes the snap, looking to throw here on second down. He will, outside, right side. He's got his top receiver, Chris Keel, who's taken off up the sideline past the 40 of Notre Dame and pushed out of bounds near the 30-yard line. Hello, Chris Keel, and hello, 1,000 yards receiving on the season after that one.
Keel also needed 24 yards to set the school record. Guess what?
Congratulations to Chris Keel, the junior wideout. Just broke the Mount Horeb Barneveld program record for receiving yards in a season. Just eclipsed 1,000 yards with that catch. Congratulations to him. Here we go. Back to work now. Helgeson on the keeper. Fake handoff. Takes it right up the middle. Not a lot of room to operate there as they had the ball at the 34-yard line. And that brings up second down. A nice stuff by the Notre Dame defensive front.
Yeah, that previous catch by Keel put him over 1,000. Only the second receiver, Zeke LaShore. Mount Horeb Barneveld fans will remember his name fondly. It's the all-time record holder until that catch.
A couple of Mount Horeb legends with some records in jeopardy here tonight, Dennis.
Records are made to be broken, right?
True that, my friend, true that. Brings up 2nd and 10. Helgeson, no gain on that last carry. They'll work it again out of the gun. 2 receivers to his left, and Owens in his backfield. Helgeson looking to throw. Short screen intended for Primesberger there. That's Owen Primesberger, the running back, wide receiver, dual threat for this Mount Horeb Barneveld offense, but overthrew him just a tad at Helgeson. That brings up 3rd and 10 for the Notre Dame defense.
Being that they've only attempted 1 field goal this year, it's going to be a 4-down territory. I got a feeling for the Vikings. Too close to punt. So 2 plays, you can come up with 10 yards here and keep this drive going.
At the 34-yard line after the big catch and run by the junior wideout Chris Keel, but unable to get anything to happen there on the first 2 opportunities. Here we go. Helgeson works again out of the gun, drops back, looking to throw, looks left side, over the middle, got a man near the first down marker. Thinks he's going to be just short, though, at the 26-yard line. That was Owen Ashelman on the reception. And that's going to bring up 4th down and a decision for Brett St. Arnold, the 6th-year head coach of Mount Horeb Barneveld. Had a really successful tenure thus far. And here they are in level 3, looking to get to the Camp Randall Stadium, like Casey Helgeson predicted preseason. Here we go on 4th and 2 from the 26-yard line. Helgeson looking to the sideline. Now sets back up. 3 receivers to the right, 1 left. Snap to Helgeson, looking to throw. Has a man left side and the first down. Caught at the 20. Breaks a tackle. Spinning at the 15, and that's eventually where he'll be brought down. That's L.J. Elstad, the senior wideout. It's a first down for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
2-time All-Badger Small Conference first-teamer, unanimous this year.
And now you see why. How about the conversion there on 4th down? 1 for 1 for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Just a couple of minutes into this one, 9.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Now out of the pistol formation, Primesberger in motion. It'll be a handoff to Owens, who goes right up the gut, and he's wrapped up by a crew of Tritons near the 12-yard line. Should be a short gain there for the senior back Owens.
Of course, name will be calling a lot tonight. Number 88, James Flanagan, linebacker, right in on that play.
Yeah, James Flanagan recently in the last couple of weeks committing to Notre Dame. The Notre Dame Academy student going to be attending the University of Notre Dame in a couple of years.
And where his dad played.
Indeed. Brings up 2nd and 7 now. Again, out of the pistol, receiver to each side. Helgeson takes a snap, throws over the middle, falls incomplete, almost roped in there by Ashleman, but unable to reel it in near the goal line. Looked like it was almost intercepted as well there as Casey Helgeson kind of on a trickery there. Went from a play action, looked like it was going to be a keeper, and then he threw it right over the middle of the field. Brings up another 3rd down here for this Vikings offense.
Yeah, what makes this spread offense so dangerous is besides the stud running back, you've got 4 wide receivers that Helgeson could throw to.
Out of the gun, 3 receivers right. Helgeson dropping back, rolling to his right. Pressure coming, and he goes down. Notre Dame comes through on 3rd down. I believe it was Asa Poister who got there first, but there was a crew of Tritons there, Dennis, on that one. Brings up a 4th and really long.
That was a team effort there. Nowhere to run and couldn't get rid of it, but didn't want to throw a pick either.
Well, we talked about it in the pregame. Mount Horeb Barneveld, they don't like kicking extra points. They don't like punting on 4th down either. 4th and forever for the Mount Horeb Barneveld offense. Away we go. Snap to Helgeson. Dropping. Pressure coming again. He eludes. Rolling to his left. Fires for the end zone. Has a man. No. Falls incomplete. And the Notre Dame Academy defense stands strong on their first defensive possession.
Is that Ashelman, number 1? Yep, intended for. Into the end zone. That was a 14-yard loss in the previous play. Kind of put him behind the sticks. Tried to go for it all. And
Notre Dame will take over at their own 25-yard line. 7:54 to play here in this opening quarter. Takes a little over 4 minutes off the clock here in this. Dennis, I'll say it again. What could have been the Division III state championship game at Camp Randall Stadium.
Yeah, 10-play drive, 55 yards, come up short. No points for the Vikings in the first drive. Now we get our first look at Collins.
Christian Collins, a junior running back, over 2,000 yards from scrimmage.
Only
averages 12 yards a carry as a junior. And here he goes on 1st down, works it to his left. Mount Horeb Barneveld gets to him near the line of scrimmage, though. Nice stand by the Vikings defense on 1st down, taking down the junior stud back, Christian Collins, CC 22, as we've dubbed him.
Like Collins Stoner, middle linebacker, in on that play.
Gain of 2 up to the 27-yard line of Notre Dame now. As we remain scoreless. Going under 7.5 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Working out of the gun here is the senior quarterback, Carson Glossney. And again, a handoff here to Collins. Collins has a hole up the middle, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Vikings there to bring him down as he goes past the 30-yard line. Another short gain there, but chipping away at it brings up 3rd and short.
This comes the first of the 3 keys of the game for the Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Make them punt 3 times. 3 times. Get them off the field.
3 times.
3 times. Make sure they have long fields to drive. They're starting on the 25. Execute an offense and put pressure on their secondary. We saw that early on that pass to Keel.
Your keys to the game brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management. Visit canopy-wealth.com. I formation here for the Tritons of Notre Dame. And again, the handoff to Collins. Collins cuts back inside in between the hashes, and the Vikings just keep getting there, but I think that's going to be good for a first down, and it is.
Stoner again on the play, along with Keel. Yep, enough. Needed 3, picked up 5 again on that play.
Up to the 32-yard line now. Still in Notre Dame territory, but they're chipping away at it, as they have all year, on the, behind the legs of the junior running back, Christian Collins. Glossny under center now. And a pitch to Collins. He works at left side. Oh, makes a cut and falls forward, which he's done a lot of already here in the early goings of this one. Good for a gain of 2 up to the 40-yard line. Check that, gain of 3. Make it 2nd and 7.
Like Owen Ashelman on the play. So, any question about what they're going to do? 4 straight carries for Collins.
I think we might know the game plan as we are halfway through this first quarter, 5.5 minutes to go now. Once again, the I formation, offset I formation here for Notre Dame. Snap, and guess what? It's a handoff to Christian Collins. Right up the middle. Man, is he quick, Dennis. First time, obviously, having the opportunity to see Notre Dame Academy this season, and he is just as speedy as we've seen all year.
Yeah, Coach St. Arnold said he's got great cuts, great vision. He is the best back the Vikings have seen all year long.
Brings up 3rd down now for Notre Dame. 3rd and 4 from the 43. First down marker at the 47-yard line near midfield. 2 receivers to each side. Again, looks like a wildcat formation here. Direct snap to Christian Collins, who has a hole, works at left side, past the 50, all the way up to the Mount Horeb Barneveld 48-yard line. Direct snap, works like a charm. Good for a first down. Fresh set of downs coming up now for the Tritons.
Looking at the 3 keys for Green Bay Notre Dame. Number 1, contain Mount Horeb Barneveld's potent passing attack, put pressure on the quarterback. We saw that with the sack on that last series. Dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's what they're doing right now here. Just a little bit at a time, taking out chunks, and limit the Vikings' big plays. They gave up 1 so far.
Fresh set of downs now into Viking territory. Out of the gun is Carson Glossny, senior quarterback, with, of course, Christian Collins in his backfield. 2 receivers outright. Check that. Make it 3 as Collins goes in motion. Looking to throw for the first time in this game. Glossny over the middle, falls incomplete through it left side to a crossing. I believe that was Emmett Hunter on the crossing right there near the Notre Dame sideline. I think I'm getting old, Dennis. My eyes don't work as well as they used to.
Join the crowd.
4:07 is where the clock stops here in the first quarter.
You'll get no sympathy from me. That's why I have these binoculars.
Yeah, you're good at those. 2nd and 10 now for the Notre Dame offense. And a pitch again, straight to Collins. Look who has room up the right side. Puts out a stiff arm, but dragged down at the 45-yard line.
Brooks Pernot actually on the tackle there. Nice play.
Pernot really did make a nice play, Dennis.
He is the leading tackler, coming in with 92, 6 for loss, 3-year starter.
Wow.
Only 2nd team all conference.
We got to get Dennis in the room with those coaches when they're talking about all conference. This guy knows a thing or two. Big 3rd down now for the Notre Dame offense. 3.5 minutes to play in the opening quarter. On the right hashes. 1 receiver out left, 1 to the right. In the I formation, Flanagan in motion, flips to the right side. The Notre Dame commit. Snap to Glossny, handoff. And, he's stopped. Great stop by the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense as Christian Collins nowhere to go there. A crucial 4th down now for both sides.
Joey Demetz right in the middle of that one. Defensive lineman.
And the punting unit on for Notre Dame. Not deep enough in Mount Horeb Barneveld territory to risk it here in the first quarter as we remain scoreless.
It should be Poyster. Is it 71?
It is, yes, 77.
77.
Poyster kick up and away. Bounces at the 10-yard line and into the Mount Horeb Barneveld end zone. Oh boy, defensive battle early here, Dennis, on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Well, you just heard the keys of the game. Those, of course, brought to you by Canopy Wealth Management, which has a balanced approach to help guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, they will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward to help achieve your goals with confidence. Visit their website, canopy-wealth.com, to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't a tagline, it's a promise.
So we've had 2 drives. 10 plays, 55 yards, turnover on downs. 9 plays, 32 yards for the Tritons, and a punt.
2 minutes, 35 seconds to play in the opening quarter. Helgeson fakes the handoff, has a man over the middle. A nice block as he takes the sideline. The 50, the 40, and dragged down within the 35-yard line. Owen Ashleman. Good for a huge gain right out of the gates here on the second MHB offensive drive.
That was a touchdown-saving tackle by number 2, Micah Marsak, wide receiver, defensive back, one of the players playing both ways for the Tritons.
And I'll tell you this, Dennis, they must have been handing out rally towels today.
I got one.
You did? I thought you were supposed to be impartial.
Well, they just said
You're
here,
a broadcaster.
They said take it, so I'm not using it.
Well,
that
was the play that the first play of the night that I saw a bunch of rally towels go up in front of us here as we're on the Mount Horeb Barneveld side of things.
47 yards on that completion.
Wow. Helgeson this time will give to Owens, but nowhere to go. Flanagan right in there for the Notre Dame defense. Stuffs him, not even at the line of scrimmage, but loss of 1 back at the 35-yard line. The old cliche coming true here, Dennis. The game is won in the trenches.
It is. Definitely it is.
As we go under 2 minutes to play in this opening quarter, this level 3 matchup between Notre Dame Academy, the 2 seed, and the top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings. Second and 11 for the MHB offense.
One of the battles I was looking at was Austin Leifried, left tackle, headed for Indiana, going up against Flanagan, going to be going to Notre Dame in a couple of years.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that matchup.
Snap to Helgeson. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw, drops back, pressure coming. He's got to run, and he does. Right up the middle, spins at the 33-yard line. Taken down, leans forward to about the 31, depends on the spot, and they will mark it at the 31-yard line. Nice pickup there by the senior quarterback, Casey Helgeson. Over 700 yards on the ground rushing this year.
The poster boy for dual threat quarterbacks in our area. We've had some good ones this year. State Journal highlighted 5 of them at one point. He was one of the main ones.
Crucial third down yet again. As we go under a minute to play in this first quarter. Scoreless we remain between Notre Dame Academy and Mount Horeb Barneveld.
The natural running clock, right?
Yep.
Clock keeps moving.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of the unnatural moving clocks this year, Dennis. As Helgeson throws left side, has LJ Elstad. Elstad makes a move at the 23-yard line, pushed out of bounds by 1-2-3 Tritons into the Mount Horeb Barneveld bench. And I believe he's right around the marker. We'll see if they give it to him. Depends on the spot. I want to see the chain gang early in this one, Dennis.
Yes.
Oh, they're going to mark it right there. I think he got it. He sure did.
Yep.
Got it by a couple of inches. Near the 23-yard line, you can hear the opposing reactions. Mount Horeb Barneveld, of course, the faithful cheering. The Notre Dame Academy faithful who made the trip, not so much.
Yeah, pretty good crowd for about a 3-hour trip.
No kidding. First and 10. Handoff to Owens. Owens has a hole right up the middle. Oh, and he keeps going up near the 15-yard line. He took somebody for a piggyback ride on first down all the way up to the 15-yard line for Trenton Owens. And we have an injured Viking on the field. We'll step aside, take a 30-second timeout with 12 seconds to play in the first quarter. He's Dennis Semmer. I'm Alex Strofe. You're listening and watching Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our team has years of experience, which has prepared us to guide you through your life transitions and help you achieve your financial goals with confidence. We're fiduciaries and will never back gimmicks or instruments that chase single-day returns or put your long-term goals at risk. At Canopy, care, confidence, clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Presentation of PrepMania returns to Mount Horeb High School. Level 3 of Division 3 between Mount Horeb Barneveld and Green Bay Notre Dame Academy. Braylon Leahy, the injured Viking on the field, getting off under his own power slowly. We'll hope he's all right.
First team all-conference left guard.
Yeah.
Already lost their starting center this year to an injury. Ben Spitzbarth, a broken ankle, is out. So they've had a couple of shifts in that line this year.
This will likely be the final play of the first quarter with 11 seconds to play after the nice pickup by Trenton Owens on first down and our first flag of the game here with 11 seconds to play.
Illegal procedure, false start.
False start against Mount Horeb Barneveld, so actually wipe out that nice carry by Trenton Owens on first down. Brings it back a few yards. Oh, man, this is a fun one. Reminder, all of you watching on YouTube, feel free to chime in on the chat. Let us know who you're rooting for, any family members or anybody you were cheering for. As that ends the first quarter, we remain scoreless. Level 3, Division 3. Number 2, Notre Dame Academy, 0. Number 1, Mount Horeb Barneveld, 0. We'll keep it right here as we make the transition to the other side of the field. He's Dennis Semra. I'm Alex Strove. Hunter Vaughn, our on-site video producer tonight, making our graphics look pretty. Doing some great camera work. He's a multitasker aficionado, and he does a heck of a job. Appreciate all of his hard work with us here tonight. Beautiful November evening here in Mount Horeb, Dennis. I wasn't going to wear a coat. I threw it on. Now I'm a little warm.
It's all right. Got to fight off colds this time of year, fighting off one this week. That time of year, you're back in and out.
We can't have you getting a cold. You're pretty important this time of year, man. You're at like every high school sporting event that occurs within an hour radius.
How about my Cardinals? I got it, cheer. My Cardinals soccer team, a shootout today, 5-4, going to the state finals to go up against Brookfield Central. I believe it's Central or East. I think East, the number 1 team in the state.
No offense to any of the boys soccer players in the world. You're looking at me like I know the answer. But shout out to Middleton Soccer nonetheless.
Yes.
We'll get Hunter Vaughn on that because, like I just said, he loves multitasking. He does a good job of it. All right, second quarter as we get underway. Flip the side of the field. Mount Horeb Barneveld in the black jerseys now works from our left to our right. And, of course, vice versa. In the all-whites, Notre Dame will work from our right to our left. It's 2nd and 7 for the Mount Horeb Barneveld offense. Helgeson looking to throw. Has pressure coming. Rolls left, and he is brought down for a sack. Nice stop by the Notre Dame defense. And guess who got there, Dennis? Christian Collins.
Yep. Stanley Smith, 76, forced him out of the pocket, and Collins finished him off.
Unbelievable.
That's 2 sacks. Putting pressure on Helgeson was one of the keys to the game, and they've got him twice so far.
Dennis, when you and I do broadcasts together, we typically like to give out an honorary Mr. Do-It-All award. Is it too premature to award that to Christian Collins of Notre Dame Academy?
Well, we're going to have a few candidates for that one. Chris Keel, for Mount Horeb Barneveld, I think Flanagan, who's been on a couple of plays. But Collins, as many times as he's going to touch the ball in offense tonight, might be the workhorse of the night.
As he lines up on the right side. Here we go. Helgeson looking to throw on 3rd down for MHB. He rolls left, he rolls right, and he is sacked again. Notre Dame gets in there. Poyster again, his 2nd sack of the night.
Sack number 3, back-to-back.
And that brings up 4th down for MHB. Helgeson over on the sideline. I imagine they'll go for it again like they did earlier in the game, Dennis. Deep in NDA territory.
Yeah, luckily Helgeson was able to work his way up. So those 2 sacks, that could be 4th and forever. 4th and 15.
It's manageable.
It's manageable with this offense.
Need a big play, and they've had a couple of them already tonight, but still no points to show for it as we remain scoreless. 10.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Helgeson out of the gun. Owens the back with him. A receiver
blitz
to each side. Blitz is coming. You're absolutely right about that. As Helgeson eludes, works left. Wow, sheds a tackler. Throws it deep for the end zone. Caught. And they say he was out of bounds. Incomplete pass in the end zone. And the Mount Horeb Barneveld sideline is shocked. It was on the Notre Dame side. We didn't have a great view of it. The front pylon is knocked over there in the end zone, Dennis. It was a great throw, but ruled incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Elstad with the catch, but ruled out of bounds. So over on downs, 2nd possession here.
2 stops in a row for the Notre Dame Academy defense on 4th down. As Casey Helgeson looked to make a play, unable to do so. And Notre Dame gets another crack at it on the offensive end. With 10 minutes to play in the first half, I just want to make a point. And Notre Dame does receive the second half kickoff. High formation now for Notre Dame. And a first down handoff to Christian Collins. Collins stuffed. Maybe a gain of 1. Because he had a nice crew of blockers in front of him, including all the seniors of the interior offensive line for the Tritons. Jackson Pokel, A.J. Boakman, and Charlie Ruby. Give him 2 yards, make it 2nd and 8 up near the 30-yard line. This team doesn't throw the ball a ton, Dennis. Carson Glossny has started all 11 games, has thrown under 900 yards here on the year.
Pretty effective, though, when he does, especially because he's got Flanagan.
True that.
There we go.
Collins works it right side
String
for a
him
short
out.
gain, but they're utilizing him. Not averaging 12.4 yards per carry tonight, though. I think it's safe to say that here midway through the second quarter. Mike Rader, the head coach of the Tritons in his 7th year. Saw his son, Big Mike, who I used to work with at the Green Bay Rockers. Dennis up in Green Bay, Capital Credit Union Park.
By the way, that's 10 carries already for Collins this game.
Wow. Brings up 3rd down. Snap to Glossny. He's looking to throw here on 3rd down, and he does. Right side has Flanagan. Good for a first down? Maybe. Believe he will, and they do mark him near the 40-yard line. Good for a first down. James Flanagan's first catch of the night. Talk about yards per carry, yards per catch. Christian Collins came into this game averaging over 12 yards per carry. James Flanagan not too shabby either. He averaged 21 yards per catch. That one good for a first down on 3rd.
And that's one of those plays to keep an eye on. St. Arnold said that the quarterback does not have that strong of an arm, but he loves that out pattern. And Flanagan's his favorite receiver. We just saw it. They picked up the first down.
Fresh set of downs, as Dennis mentioned. Flanagan moves to the right side of the line. Glossny works from under center. He takes the snap, hands it off to Collins. Collins makes a nice cut at the 35, past the 40, up near the 44-yard line before he's brought down. He's very shifty, Dennis. Can cut on a dime.
21, that was Jack Wilson in on that tackle.
Marked that as a gain of 5 up to the 44. Nearing midfield here as we near the midway point of this second quarter. Glossny again. Fakes the handoff, rolls right. They got him. He's got plenty of room. He's going to air it out deep. He's got a man deep. Caught at the 20, the 10, the 5. He will not be caught. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Tritons strike first. Charlie Hornacek, the junior wide receiver. Good for a huge touchdown. And the Tritons strike first in this level 3 matchup.
5 plays, 73 yards. The big play. Mount Horeb's been able to get, Barneveld's been able to get a couple of big pass plays, but not in the end zone.
And NDA does just that as Greason comes on to attempt the point after. 6-0 Notre Dame, 7:19 to go in this first half. Been a defensive battle, and Notre Dame strikes first. Point after attempt is up. Point after attempt is good. Notre Dame 7, Mount Horeb Barneveld 0 in this level 3 matchup, in Division 3. GRB Baseball Academy is baseball for the serious player. GRB Academy wants to be part of your plan to reach your potential. Utilize GRB Academy's 52,000 square foot facility, 14 batting cages, and 6,000 square foot weight room. Personal lessons, well, those are available year round. With over 300 college players and over 150 Division I players, GRB has led the way in the Midwest for college recruitment and player development. Check out their website, grbacademy.com, for more information. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player. Having fun yet?
Yeah.
I think so, too. No better way to spend a Friday night, and appreciate all of you spending it with us here on the ESPN Madison YouTube page. Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Notre Dame leads Mount Horeb Barneveld 7-0 with 7:19 to play in the first half.
5 plays, 73 yards. Time of that drive, 2:47.
Got to be the quickest drive of the night. In comparison to the 3 others, kick is up and away, and Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to return this one, and they will. And a fake reverse actually opened up some room from Primesberger, who makes a cut at the 25 up the sideline, pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Nice return, Owen Primesberger. Kind of a crossing route with him and Trenton Owens as he returned the kick, faked the handoff to Owens like they were going to do one of those trickeration plays you see here and there. And that opened up a lot of space for him up the sideline right in front of the Mount Horeb Barneveld bench. So at the 33-yard line, where the Vikings will take over. Casey Helgeson will look to throw here on first down, and he does. Right side has Keel, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line.
Trying to avoid that rush, so it was a quick 2-step, boom, quick out pattern there. Can move the field up, but it's one of those hitch and goes. Looking for Keel to break a big one tonight.
Had the big play earlier. Looking to have another one, but a nice catch there on first down. Makes it 2nd and 5 from the 39. Check that, 2nd and 4 from the 39.
Yeah.
Scoreboard lied to me, Dennis.
The numbers don't quite add up between yards and yard lines, so I've noticed that.
Here's a out route. Ashelman breaks a tackle past midfield and into Notre Dame territory on the shoelace tackle. Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to respond after a big touchdown drive for Notre Dame.
13 on that pickup. Just got to stay ahead of the chains here.
Yeah.
And keep Collins off the field. That's also part of it. The longer you control. Mount Horeb Barneveld's used to quicker drives, but tonight might need a little bit more patience there.
Takes the handoff, does Helgeson, sheds a tackle in the backfield, has room past the 40, pushes behind one of his own players at the 35, and dives for the out-of-bounds marker at the 35-yard line. Shifty play there by the senior QB, Casey Helgeson.
We're not going to be too many Helgeson slide. We're going to be Helgeson head on.
So him and Jordan Lev have something in common.
Yes.
Yeah. As Packers fans await Sunday's game at Lambeau Field against the Los Angeles Rams, losers of 4 in a row. Looking to bounce back on Sunday, just like Mount Horeb Barneveld looking to bounce back here following the Notre Dame touchdown drive. 1st and 10 now after the Helgeson run. He will throw. Has Ashelman again up the sideline. They like that play, Dennis. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Right, 14 yards on the carry after a 13-yard, and now another big one here.
All the way up to the 25-yard line of Notre Dame.
Just short of the first down.
The Vikings are driving. Gain of 9 on that play for the junior wideout Owen Ashelman.
All through the air, 4 straight pass plays on this one.
Well, other than the run.
Owens, I take it, yeah, they were set up for 4 straight pass plays.
And then he improvised.
Yeah.
2nd and 1 for the Vikings offense. I bet they go run here. Calling my shot, like Tony Romo. Helgeson.
Owens.
Oh, no, he's looking. The throw. Drops back, throws for the
deep.
end zone, almost reeled in. It was intended for Chris Keel, who jumped high near the field goal post back of the end zone. Nice throw by Helgeson, but unable to reel it in, brings up 3rd down.
2nd and 1, why not go for gold?
Go for the long ball, right? It's a fun game. 5:09 to play in this first half. Remains 7-0. Notre Dame in front. And a timeout called here by Notre Dame, ahead of this 3rd and 1 attempt for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Before or after the game, Pasquale's Cantina, the perfect spot for authentic Southwest flavors right here in the Madison area, whether it's to fulfill your craving for red chile, their famous chips and fresh guacamole, or those blue corn tortilla tacos. Pasquale's is the place to be to enjoy time with friends and or family. Visit one of their locations in Middleton or Verona today, or check out the menu and their food online at pasqualescantina.com. That's Pasquals Cantina.com, bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
And we talking about Mr. Mayor Adam Mertz. I don't know, co-mayor here, Jason McMahon behind me. I didn't realize he was behind me, just typing away. This guy shoots more pictures for this town than anybody I've ever known. So he is the ace photographer.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Dennis, the stars are out tonight.
Yes, they are.
I'll tell you what.
I feel honored to be in the press box with these two guys tonight, I'll tell you.
You've been as popular as anybody tonight. Everybody keeps going, oh, Dennis Semrau's here.
No. This is Mertzy's and McMahon's territory. I'm just a guest.
3rd and 1, and it's a handoff to Owens, who has a hole up the middle. Breaks a tackle at the 15, dragged into the end zone, touchdown, Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Boom. Good line of scrimmage blocking, and that was all Owens at the end. Fought his way through 3 tackles, bounced his way into the end zone, and he said that was the equalizer. Now we're going for 2.
The rally towels are a-waving here in Mount Horeb as the Vikings going to try to take the lead here. We mentioned it earlier. This is a team that loves to go for 2.
Now they're used to a spread, but in the 2 they come out in a wing T format. And even a team like Monroe that runs a wing T wasn't able to stop it.
Great analysis there, Dennis. That's why we pay you the big bucks. Wing T formation. Helgeson will line up under center. Looking to take the lead with 5:03 to play in the first half. Helgeson hands it off, trucking into the end zone. 2-point cast by number 2, Triton Owens.
Number 23 of the season for him. And boom, instead of scoring first with the 8-0 lead, they come back and take the 8-7 lead.
How funny is that? His 23rd 2-point conversion of the season, his 23rd touchdown of the season, 21st on the ground. He has 2 receiving touchdowns to go along with that. I told you earlier, make sure you fasten those seatbelts. I hope they're fastened. Mount Horeb Barneveld 8, Notre Dame 7. With 5:03 to play in the second quarter here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Stoughton Health provides trusted care close to home. They're proud to support all of the area's student athletes and wish them all the best this season. From rehab to ortho care, Stoughton Health provides comfort and convenience locally. Visit stoughtonhealth.com to learn more. Stoughton Health, creating excellence together.
Anything you can do, we can do better. That's the motto of the Vikings. That drive, 6 plays, 67 yards, 208 versus the 247 for Notre Dame. And let's go you one better. Let's go for 2 and make it 8-7, and they did.
Oh, boy. How can't they be having fun right now? Just over 5 minutes to go in this first half.
Best, entertainment for your buck. High school football, nothing better than playoffs on a Friday night.
Just a couple of weeks left. Level 3, the quarterfinals here in Division 3. 8-7, Mount Horeb Barneveld in front. Kickoff is up and away. Notre Dame will field this from the 7-yard line. And away we go. Has some space up the sideline. Makes a cut at the 30, up to the 40. Still running up the sideline. Near midfield before he's pushed out of bounds. Really nice return by Ian Blom.
Haven't called his name yet tonight for a guy that's rushed as much as he has over almost 2,000 yards the last 2 years. I'll tell you. Coming in, Collins was their main kickoff returner. He's returned a punt and a kickoff for a touchdown, but Blom showed he's got the potential for it as well.
Return touchdown last week in level 2 against Fox Valley Lutheran for Christian Collins. Right at the 50-yard line is where they mark it. Half the field to go for Notre Dame. 1st and 10. Glasney under center. Takes the snap, hands it to Collins. Collins will work it left side. He's got some space. Past the 45, makes a cut at the 40. He's still rolling. Makes another cut. 20, 10, another cut. See you later, Christian Collins. One play is all it took. Touchdown, Notre Dame Academy. They strike back just like that. How about anything you can do? We can do better. One play.
In 12 seconds.
My goodness. Level 3 of the playoffs. Welcome to it on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Christian Collins strikes back as Notre Dame back in front. 13-8 with the point after attempt coming. This game is bonkers in the second quarter. It was 0-0 when we started. 3 touchdowns now.
We're wondering the points these two teams have put up this year. Coming in.
Just got to get comfortable. Oh, extra point attempt is blocked. Great block by Mount Horeb Barneveld. Not sure who got the hand on it. Believe that was Carson Lusinger who got the block as his teammates swarm him. What an effort by Christian Collins, the speedy back. He made like 4 cuts up the sideline. One defender tripped in pursuit of him. Kind of a mini hurdle over him as he cut to his right and able to scamper into the end zone. A 50-yard touchdown run for Christian Collins, his 37th rushing TD of the year.
Well, you look at what these two teams are combined, they're averaging 90 points a game. So we knew we were going to get some fireworks eventually, but not bing, bing, bing right in a row.
Oh, man. Remember when you said high school football the best bang for your buck? It's even better for all the folks up at Green Bay sitting on their couch, maybe having a pop like you said earlier.
236, 3 touchdowns.
Wow.
Boom.
Phenomenal.
That's right. Yeah. Shout out to all those people in Green Bay. Hopefully they're having a good time.
4:43 to go in quarter 2, level 3, division 3. 13-8 the score. Notre Dame Academy of Green Bay leading Mount Horeb Barneveld. Many have said they would have liked to see this one at Camp Randall Stadium in a couple of weeks. Not the way the electronic seating worked out. Level 3, about a 3-hour bus ride for Notre Dame Academy, and they came ready. They came ready. They lead 13-8. It's Mount Horeb Barneveld going to get another crack at this before the half. And again, Notre Dame does receive that second half kickoff, so this is a big drive for Coach Brett St. Arnold.
Yeah, big one. Eat some time off the clock, get the not the equalizer, but take the lead. Better yet, with a 2-point conversion, then they'd be a field goal up going into halftime.
Come out in the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. And the handoff goes to Owens, makes a nice shifty move right at the line of scrimmage and just keeps running up the gut for a first down. Brought down at the 36-yard line.
Channeling his inner Braylon Allen on that play, right up the gut. Looked like he might be a step away from breaking that one for a touchdown. 16 on that pickup. Mount Barneveld now getting some chunks out. They don't lack confidence in their offense. Question was defensively were they going to be able to stop the Tritons, but offensively they feel they can score with anybody.
Absolutely. 1st and 10 again for the Vikings from the 36-yard line. Again out of the gun is Helgeson. Helgeson once again gives to Owens, but this time he stood up. Wow. 3 Tritons in there.
Haven't called his name yet, but number 7, Abe Augustine, was right there, the immovable object. He got a hand on him, and then it was the rest of the team join in. Your turn.
The immovable object. I like that. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and 11 from the 35-yard line as that clock continues to tick. Mount Horeb Barneveld still has all 3 of their timeouts here in half number 1. 3.5 minutes to go in the first half of action as Helgeson will work out of the gun this time. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Has Keel right side, but he's swarmed at the 40-yard line. Short gain. And at the end of the play, 4 Tritons in there. 5 Tritons, actually.
A little dangerous on that one with the receivers there. That had kind of a pick 6 in mind. So I think you can see the Tritons jumping that route here.
This one flying by, only 7:42. And 3 minutes to play in the first half of this level 3 matchup. What a game this has been. Winner of this one takes on the winner of tonight, Rice Lake and Onalaska, going on in Rice Lake right now.
Kind of guess where this game's going to be next week. Flip a coin.
Yeah, right.
Neutral site.
Helgeson throw, has Keel again. Keel, stiff arm, out of bounds near the midfield marker. Might have gotten into Notre Dame territory there, and they will say he did at the 49-yard line of the Tritons.
Little crossing pattern was Eshelman taking the cornerback down and then cutting back underneath there for a little crossing pattern and being able to pick up another first down. Pick up a 10 on that play. Plenty of time yet, still with 2:32 to move and with all 3 timeouts.
Rice Lake, by the way, leading on Alaska midway through the second quarter right now, 22-6. 22-6, big lead for the top seeded Rice Lake. 1st and 10 now, again, for Mount Horeb Barneveld. It's a handoff to Trenton Owens. And again, he's swarmed by Augustine.
Yeah, he got him just like in a vice.
Man.
He's going nowhere.
The immovable object, as Dennis previously called him.
That looked pretty good on that one. That was attacked.
Pretty immovable, would you say?
Yeah, normally, go good for the legs and whatever. He got him upper body. And usually Owens can break those. So I wonder if he's coach didn't say anything about him being a wrestler, but that looked like a wrestling
little
move.
bit. Over 200 of you rocking with us on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Shoot your comments. We'll go over those at halftime. Who you cheering for? Who you rooting for?
It's a loss of 2 on that one.
2nd and 12 that brings up as Helgeson rolls to his right, looking to make something happen. Just gets rid of it, throws it to the bench. It was almost caught, but it would have been incomplete because the player was ineligible.
Yeah, playing catch with, who's it, 20?
Yeah.
Looked like Liam Patterson over there. Hey, thanks. I get to play.
Patterson has not been in the game yet, the senior running back and linebacker, but almost had an complete pass, if you will.
1:30 to go. Here's plenty of. Now it's starting to get a little time conscious. Don't want to turn it back over to Notre Dame.
Play now. 90 seconds to go. A minute 30 is where the clock stopped. 3rd and 12. Here we go. Helgeson, lone gun, just going to air it out up the sideline. Intended for Keel, almost intercepted. Falls incomplete. In coverage was Charlie Hornacek. Hornacek, who had the first Tritons touchdown, now getting things done on the defensive side of things. And it looks like the punting unit will come out for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Took just 7 seconds off the clock, a minute 23 to play. And I should tell you, with Notre Dame getting the football back, they do have 2 timeouts remaining. So they're looking to tack on to their lead, and they get the ball at halftime. As Helgeson, the quarterback, also the punter for this Mount Horeb Barneveld team. Helgeson takes the snap, rolling to his right, and gets it. Whoa, really good punt. Bounces at the 10, the 5. Oh no. Did you see what happened there, Dennis? Yeah. It was Liam Patterson there, who we just mentioned, who was out to the sideline. Thought the ball was going to hit him in the back of the head. So it bounced at the 10. He stopped running. He probably could have gotten that down within the 10-yard line, but eventually bounces out of the Notre Dame end zone for a touchback. And that takes another 8 seconds off the clock. A minute 15 remaining in this first half. Score remains 13-8. Notre Dame leads Mount Horeb Barneveld.
They only needed Collins 12 seconds to score in the last one, so got to get a couple of quick stops here.
Well, you added an extra 30 yards. What did you think about it? 17 seconds?
Yeah.
And Collins is in the backfield. Actually, direct snap is what they're looking for here. No quarterback in the game here. Collins just going to take it on the direct snap. Works it to his left. Has a hole. Makes a cut near the 25-yard line and goes down near the 27 or 28. Mount Horeb Barneveld wanted a flag for holding.
Yep, fans were yelling for it too, big time.
And you may have just heard somebody behind us say, they've been holding all game.
Yes.
No bias there whatsoever, I'm sure, Dennis. 8-yard pickup for Christian Collins. They're not going to use a timeout here as we go under 45 seconds to play in this second quarter. Carson Glossny, the quarterback, back in the game now after the 8-yard pickup. He's under center, 2 in his backfield. He gives it again to Collins, who goes right up the middle. Good for a first down, but not much more than that.
Timeouts. Green Bay, Notre Dame, they're second here.
And they are going to use one there. They are going to use one, and that stops the clock at 30 seconds flat. When you're faced with a challenge, how you respond determines the real winners. Rural Mutual Insurance believes there's something more important than just winning or losing a game. They believe that the team, school, and fans who support their athletes with dignity and class are the true champions. Rural Mutual is the proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Insurance Sportsmanship Award, which started way back in 1965. From football to volleyball to soccer to tennis, the award recognizes more than team sportsmanship. It recognizes that sportsmanship matters in your community. Visit ruralmutual.com/WIAA and see how their team and your community can work together to be true champions. I know my friend Brian Kuklinski watching back in Green Bay. Brian, even though you might be on your couch, you still got to have good sportsmanship. Just wanted to give him a subtle reminder of that as Notre Dame comes back on to the field. 30 seconds to play in quarter number 2. They have a 5-point lead and the football, and they will get the football in the second half. High formation. Glossny under center. Flanagan in motion. Now back. Will work out right as Glossny looks to throw, and it's batted down. Nice deflection up front by Mount Horeb Barneveld. It's Austin Liebfried who got in there.
Yeah, he's a pretty good target, 6'6", 285. Get those big paws up there, right?
Exactly.
Looking forward to watching him in the basketball court. Vikings going to have a pretty good team, I think, this year, and not too many.
Well, he's hoping to play football for a
like
few
that.
more weeks, Dennis.
Yeah, that's right. The basketball practice starts the week of the state finals.
That Monday,
so
right?
We're hoping it'd be a couple of weeks.
A couple schools have a little overlap, but I think the basketball coach can understand.
You want to keep you always plan for it every week.
Right, right. 26 seconds left. Snap to Glossny, handoff to Collins. Collins has some room up the left side. Makes a cut at the 40, brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 Vikings get in there.
Keel got on his back to bring him down.
And they call it good for a first down right at the marker at the 44-yard line. They'll give him an extra yard up at the 45 where Collins was eventually brought down. Clock continues to run at 13 seconds. Now we go under 10 seconds. Snap to Glossny, and he just spikes it. Not going to use their final timeout there. I don't know why they didn't with only 7 seconds left in quarter 2. They're hoping to maybe get 2 plays.
A little clock management there. I think we'd have called, only 1 timeout left.
But only 7 seconds now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can get 2 plays off in 7 seconds with 55 yards left until the end zone. But we'll see. Maybe they just quickly chip away at it.
Quick out pattern, then one for the end zone.
Right.
Hail Mary.
Full of grace. 2nd and 10. From their own 45-yard line with 7 seconds left in quarter number 2. Glossny under center. Only one receiver out to his left. Fakes the handoff. Rolls to his right. Still rolling. Still rolling. And he'll air it out deep. And it falls incomplete. Intended in the direction for Micah Marzek. And that will do it for the first half of action. 13-8 your halftime score. Number 2 Notre Dame leads number 1 Mount Horeb Barneveld, and they'll get the football to start the second half. We'll take a quick break here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. When we return, we're joined by the mayor of Mount Horeb, Adam Mertz, gives us his analysis from the first half. I'm excited to see the meeting of the minds between 2 of the great high school sports writers in our area, Dennis Semrau and Adam Mertz. I don't know what the heck I'm doing here. I don't know why. I don't belong in this conversation, but I'm going to be here anyway. That's coming up next. It's Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
Hi, Dave from Canopy Wealth Management here. Our team has years of experience, which has prepared us to guide you through your life transitions and help you achieve your financial goals with confidence. We're fiduciaries and will never back gimmicks or instruments that chase single-day returns or put your long-term goals at risk. At Canopy, care, confidence, clarity isn't just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
PrepMania rolls on live from Mount Horeb High School Level 3, Division 3. Top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld trailing number 2 Notre Dame Academy of Green Bay, 13-8 at the break. I'm Alex Strope alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, the great Dennis Semrau, as always. And we are thrilled to be joined now by our friend and our teammate. You hear him on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day. You also read him in the Mountain Horeb Mail covering this one tonight. He is the great Adam Mertz joining us now. What's up, Mertzy?
Hey, man, thanks for the the punch there for local journalism. I love that.
You know I love my local journalism.
Yeah.
I had my time in the Green Bay area at the Denmark News, the Brilliant News, all the papers, the local rags, I believe Dennis called them coming up. So no doubt, I love my local journalism. So I was just excited for the meeting of the minds here, right? You and Dennis have both covered high school sports a long time, but we start with this. Your early takeaways from first half of action, really that second quarter where all the points came in.
You know, these were heavyweights that were kind of feeling each other out there in the first half, and you could feel the intensity from the start here, and it was like neither one could quite punch through. And then all of a sudden the scoring just exploded there for a hot minute. It got playmakers on both sides of the ball. So, I mean, who knows where this thing's going in the second half.
Oh, you want to know why Collins was averaging 12.4 yards a carry? He showed us that on the 50-yard run. 15 for 117 and a touchdown in the first half.
Whoa.
That's pretty good for this level of play. You know, you're averaging maybe 200 a game. The whole key, Brett St. Arnold said, was make them punt at least 3 times. They felt if they punt 3, we're going to score a lot of points. They've made him punt only once so far, so we'll see if that comes into play. But you look at right away that quick strike. Find it interesting, the big pass to Keel. The all-conference team came out this week. Chris Keel was not on the first team for wide receiver. And I went, what happened? Brett said, it was an omission. He's supposed to be on there. And I go, what? How does that – coaches, you know, the guy's, I think, arguably the best receiver in the conference in the Badger South. Badger Small now. It used to be the Badger South, but yeah.
How does that happen?
Collins is. People have to. We're human, right? Adam, we worked in the paper. How many times did something? Oops! And people zing us all the time on stuff. Yeah,
it never happened.
Yeah, right.
When he was sports editor, we were perfect, right? Yeah. We wish.
Darn straight. Alex Strope, Adam Mertz, Dennis Semrau with you here at halftime of this level 3 matchup between Green Bay, Notre Dame, and Mountain Horeb, Barneveld. Yeah, you talk about atmospheres. We were talking off the air, Mertzy. Last weekend, Wisconsin, Ohio State, great atmosphere. Talk about a great atmosphere coming to your town tonight as Green Bay Notre Dame actually traveled pretty well for it being a 3-hour drive.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, it's what, 46, I think I saw was the temperature out here. But
there's
no
nice
wind.
Out.
I mean, it's a beautiful night out. This is great for this time of year. Usually getting, pelted with hail or rain or whatever it might be.
Week 9, it was like upper 30s, raining sideways.
Yeah.
I know at one place at Sauk, John Mason was up at Sauk. Said, Dennis, you want to know why the passage wasn't working. It's a little tough to throw the ball. It's tough enough for the pros in college, let alone for high school.
You know, and I know it's like this for a lot of towns. Mount Horeb's had a lot of success in the last 15 years, but this is the first level 3 game hosted since 2018. And I think it was 2014 before that was the last one before that. So, this is like a once, twice a generation
13, 14, 15, they had a 3-year span.
But
and then 12
a
was
little bit of road games there, though, too.
Road games. And then 12 was the last time.
In the state semis.
That's the only. One of the things, too, I thought was a factor tonight was grass. Green Bay Notre Dame doesn't play in grass, and making them drive 3 hours. So hey, you'll take every advantage you can get at this time of year.
Yeah, and our friend Dave Reed over in the box here does a great job on buildings and grounds. They do a masterful job on this grass field. It holds up very nicely over the course of the year, but I'm sure they're also grateful that the weather's been really nice here for the past week.
Well, other than the snow on Halloween.
They weren't playing on that.
It also helps that your soccer field is just what was that, west of us?
That would be west.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might directions here.
How do you guys know that? Like, I know I'm kind of an idiot. We acknowledge this whenever the 3 of us are on radio together. But how do you know what's west and north and south and east?
I mean, it wasn't the sun.
That's not out right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think that just shows you the knowledge of this guy.
Right.
Football stadiums he's been in his lifetime.
Winding behind us here, heading toward the Netherlands of southern Wisconsin.
That's right. Fastest way to New Glarus.
Yes, there you go.
I know where I'm going after the game. No kidding. What do we need to see out of Mount Horeb Barneveld in the second half, Mertz? You've seen this team a lot this year, and obviously trailing by 5 at halftime, something they're not used to.
Yeah, but they knew that they were going to be in a dogfight in this one. So I don't think that's the surprise. I think it is a little bit different when you're in it. They had one against Stoughton in the 8th week of the season, and Helgeson was out. And so they had the deck stacked against them in that one, figured out a way to win. I think it's really just like making the big play at the right time. You saw they've been down in territory here, pretty deep in Titans territory, and just have not been able to finish in there. And credit to the defense. I mean, they're really stepping it up and getting that pass rush going. I'm less worried about the offense. I feel like that'll click. My concern is keeping Collins contained. He's a brilliant back. He's really good. There's a lot of guys in high school that succeed on their physical talent, and I watch that guy, and he's a running back.
Yeah,
like he knows how to cut. He's speedy, and I would want to keep him away from the edge here. That would be my goal in the second half.
St. Arm's side, his cutting was fantastic, and we saw it on the touchdown run.
Yep,
it was like somebody get him, but nobody could get him.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like he was slipping through tackles either.
No, 7-8 misdirections there, and he was dictating that whole run.
He's a junior. He's going to run for 2,000 yards next year.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I came into this one over 2,000 yards, had 36 rushing touchdowns on the year, averaged 12.4 yards per carry, averaging just a little bit less than that tonight, but he's in the territory.
Blom is a great running back, and he hasn't even touched it in the backfield yet.
No, just the kick return.
Talk about being rich, and then they lost what was supposed to be their starter, broken collarbone first game in the last couple years. So I don't know what they're doing up there in Green. Well, again, if you can't run the ball in northern Wisconsin, when you get to this time of year, you're not in the playoffs. So that's most of the teams are built around that, and Notre Dame is showing that.
And I think there was a lot of questions, too, about a passing attack in Wisconsin in the playoffs, this deep into the season. You got a great night tonight, and Mount Horeb hasn't been limited by any means. They look like they're ready to break out here. I think it's just figuring out the soft points in this defense. I thought the game plan's been tremendous from the Tritons on how they've defended it tonight, keeping it unpredictable, just throwing a little bit different look at times, pulling up press man, giving cushions sometimes.
It's seen when Leahy, the guard, went out right away, it blitzed right over
went right over
spot.
Yep.
You guys pick up on stuff, man. You guys are geniuses. You guys just want to do the rest of the broadcast? I'll take the night off.
We just know them pretty well.
We don't have your enthusiasm, man. We need that. We need that here during the broadcast.
That part's fair. Winner of this game will take on the winner of Rice Lake and Onalaska, currently 22-6, nearing halftime in that one at Rice Lake.
Talk about royalty, Rice Lake, right?
Yeah.
Onalaska seems to always be close basketball. Lacrosse Central's always been kind of in their way. Football, same thing. When the Davis brothers were dominating over there.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting to see who survives this one. And then after this, when you have a game that's like almost championship, you got to maintain that intensity. These are high school kids. You got to wonder. But Monroe was able to do it last year. Pewaukee the year before were the big one. And they say to win a championship, you're going to have to get punched in the mouth one time and find a way to survive. Just survive and advance, and that's what this game is tonight.
Absolutely, both sides. Yeah, and this is new territory for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Like I was saying, I mean, it's been a long time since they got this deep. It's been since 18. So this is a new experience for a lot of these guys. They got bounced in the first round last year, second round the year before, and they had higher hopes.
Did you look at Travis Rohr, what he did with this program, and now what Brett's done with this program? It's phenomenal to see. So, unfortunately, we don't got those Waunakee Mount Horeb Barneveld matchups anymore.
Those were thrillers in the past.
No doubt.
Yeah, now the big dog. Talk about a big dog. Waunakee. Everybody wants to put them in the Big 8. I think that's inevitable.
Oh, you look at the enrollment sizes. Yeah, it's crazy about where it was. I mean, it makes sense how it's evolved. The one thing I was joking last week. You're sitting looking at the programs like Badger Small. Man, that's a crappy name for a conference.
Like with
how much can you diminish?
How
can you diminish a conference by calling it small?
Well, I like the classic.
Yeah. There you go, Badger Classic.
Fox River Classic Conference, FRCC, the champions of the FRCC South, Notre Dame this year.
There you go.
Elsewhere in Division III, Monroe, the reigning state champions, 16 at halftime. Cinderella Stoughton Nutton. 16-0 at half, but that's still a two-possession ball game.
Well, Toby with that run game, they just try to run the ball down your throat. And Monroe has been there after last year's unbeaten season.
How fun would that be if we get a local matchup at Camp Randall Stadium, neutral site game between Mount Horeb, Barneveld, and Monroe for the Division III state championship?
It's hard to believe there were 2 years in the 80s where you had Monroe and Middleton going head-to-head.
Yeah.
Back when they both were in the Badger in those days.
Yeah.
But
before I was born, let's just acknowledge that.
We'll just throw another one about the young pup in the room.
Yeah. You two old-timers. You hear him on ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day. You better read his gamer in the Mount Horeb Mail. Adam Mertz will hear you tomorrow bright and early. You're the hardest working man in showbiz. You're here late tonight, up bright and early for a 9 a.m. pregame show ahead of Wisconsin, Indiana tomorrow.
This is the beauty of writing for a weekly, man.
No deadline tonight.
I don't need to file that thing tonight.
Yeah, don't you have a swim meet to go to tomorrow?
There's a swim meet. There's a sectional swim meet.
Goodness.
It's swimming up at Sauk Prairie tomorrow, D2 sectional swim meet, so that'll be really fun.
He's not the mayor of Mount Horeb. He's the governor of South Central Wisconsin. He's everywhere. He's in Madison. He's in Sauk City. He's in Mount Horeb. Mertz, appreciate you taking the time as always, buddy.
Thanks for having me on. Good to see you, Strover.
Right back at you, my friend. He's the great Adam Mertz. Dennis Semrau sticks around with me after this short break. We preview what's to come in the second half. Halftime score: Green Bay, Notre Dame 13, Mount Horeb, Barneveld 8. Second half coming up next. It's Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Please join Stoughton Health's registered dietitian nutritionist Tuesday, November 7th at 5:30 p.m. for a free online talk based on the book The Power of Appetite Correction by Dr. Bert Herring, which will teach you how to reach your weight loss goals and achieve long-term success without the constant draining demand of willpower, without calorie counting or spending countless hours at the gym. To register, please visit stoughtonhealth.com and click on Classes and Events. Participants will receive a Zoom link for the meeting.
Hi, it's Eric from Canopy Wealth Management. We're an independent, fee-based firm specializing in customized investment management, tax-aware wealth planning, and personalized client service. We're a steward along your financial journey because you deserve more than a run-of-the-mill experience. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown from ESPN Madison here for the best Southwestern food in the Madison area. It's always Pasquale's Cantina for me and my family. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at pasqualescantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
Zimbrick presentation of PrepMania. Halftime in Mount Horeb, the top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld Vikings trailing number 2 seed Notre Dame Academy Tritons 13-8 at the break. Talking about scorigami here in Mount Horeb. I'm Alex Strofe alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, the great Dennis Semrau, here with you on the ESPN Madison YouTube exclusive tonight with the Bucks playing in the in-season tournament, the first year of that on 100.5 ESPN. About 2 minutes until we get back to the action as the referees congregate at midfield. Notre Dame heading to their bench area. Mount Horeb Barneveld doing the same. So I imagine they'll wipe this 2 minutes off the clock, and we'll get right back to the action in this level 3 matchup. Quarterfinal action here in Mount Horeb. Winner of this game plays the winner of Rice Lake and Onalaska. Rice Lake with a lead at halftime in that one. For over 90 years, UW Credit Union has helped Wisconsinites achieve their financial goals at every stage of life, offering great rates for greater possibilities. Join today at uwcu.org. UW Credit Union is proud to support all the area's student athletes. Make sure to listen each and every week to hear who the Student Athlete of the Week is. We had a great conversation earlier this week, Dennis, with Ian Ackley from Sun Prairie West, which will be our featured athlete next week. That kid, personality.
Oh, that was so much fun talking to him. And one thing we did mention, we talked about Maverick Top Gun being his favorite movie.
Which is your favorite movie.
Right. For Halloween, he dressed up as Maverick. He had the shades.
What'd you do for Halloween?
He has an uncle that gave him the jacket with all the patches and stuff on it. And he said it was so cool. He hasn't sent me the picture of it yet. When he does, I'll share it with you.
Sounds good. What were you for Halloween? I dressed up
I
as
was
Santa
home
Claus.
and no kids stopped by our house. We're kind of on a fringe.
I think the trunk or treat is taking over the trick or treat, which I'm very disappointed with. I grew up at a good time where we went door to door. But anyway, that's a Halloween take I'll save for another day. As we get ready to kick off the second half of action, Mountain Horeb Barneveld set to kick away to Notre Dame, who leads by 5, and will get the ball here to start the second half. Mountain Horeb Barneveld still in the huddle. Now they break it, and we get ready for second half action. Let's go, baby. Level 3 of the WIAA football playoffs, the quarterfinals here in Division 3. Now Horeb's kick is up, and more of a squibbish kick, which is scooped up at the 15. No, he's going to let it roll out of bounds. Smart play there as he lets that drop out of bounds. Does Ian Blom, the kick returner, and you can't do that on a kickoff.
Now the two big numbers in the first half. You ready?
I'm ready.
Collins, we mentioned 15 carries, 117 yards, a 50-yard touchdown. And Helgeson passing, 10 of 16, 161.
Wow. Not too shabby.
No, not at all.
Notre Dame looking to extend this 5-point lead here right out of the gates in the second half. 13-8 to score, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. Carson Glossney, quarterback under center. Christian Collins over 100 yards in the first half in his backfield, and that's the direction they'll go. Collins works at left side, has some room, and he's got the speed to show for it as well as he's pushed out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Nice carry there on first down by the junior back, Christian Collins.
Anytime you can pick up +5 on the first carry, that is a good way to start your drive. And he got 6 on that one.
Second and 5 now. Second and 4, scratch that from the 41-yard line.
Yeah, he ran for 973 yards last year. Well over 2,200 now, counting tonight's game.
Second and 4. He is so good, Dennis. Glossney, snap, handoff. Collins works the right side. Look at this hole. Past the 50, the 40, makes a cut and slips down near the 35-yard line is where he's taken down. Nice carry by Christian Collins, who lost some piece of, I don't know if it was tape or something on the field there, off the elbow, but a huge carry again by Christian Collins.
There was a TD save there for number 7 for Pernot, leading tackler from Mount Horeb Barneveld. You see why he
a couple of those tonight.
Yep. 37, so picked up 22 on that carry.
We've got a whiteboard in the press box here on the wall, and Hunter Vaughn, our on-site video producer, just wrote the word towel. It was not a piece of tape, it was a towel that fell out of Christian Collins. Must have been waistband there. Thank you, Hunter, for your contributions to the broadcast tonight. We owe you one. 10:38 to go in the third quarter, 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line after the big carry by Collins. And here he goes again, works at left side, makes a nice cut at the 35, inside the 35, nearing the 30-yard line, near the far side sideline.
His ability, they got the lead now, they can punch one in here. Mount Horeb's, Barneveld's problem is going to be they're going to have to score almost every time they touch the ball.
I'll tell you what, Dennis,
counter.
We talked about it at halftime with Adam Mertz, who joined us, but the misdirection ability of Christian Collins is incredible. Probably the best we've seen all year.
Yep. I loved watching Barry Sanders being able to cut on a dime. How can the ankles take that kind of pressure?
Yeah. 2nd and 4 now from the 31-yard line. High formation again. Glossney, handoff to guess who? Christian Collins. Collins works it right between his senior interior offensive linemen, Pokel, Boakman, and Ruby. And I think they're going to mark it good for a first down.
Stoner in there again on the tackle. No, they're just grinding it out.
Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the where they marked 20. That 27-yard line, just about.
27.
So nice gain of 4 there for Collins, who just worked it behind his center, A.J. Boakman.
Needed 4, got 4.
And here we go. They're going to do the direct snap again to Collins as Glossney is lined up as a wide receiver out to the left side of the field. Collins just going to take it right side and is met by Augustine yet again near the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Pernot and Jack Wilson with the tackle.
21 is where they'll mark it. It's about a 6-yard pickup there. Makes it 2nd and 4, although the marker on the sideline says 4th down. Now it says 2nd down. They fixed the technical issues there on the electronic down marker.
So we know what they're planning, 5 straight carries. I think just like they opened the game with 6 straight carries on the first possession.
Yeah, they like giving it to them. And how can you blame them? Brady LaViolette, the fullback, getting his work in tonight too as he leads in front of Collins there. Collins dragged down, but actually gets a gain out of that near the 1st down marker. I think he's going to be marked just short. Make it 3rd and 1 after the tackle actually gave him an extra yard or two as he kind of got swung around on his way down.
As they say, try to fall forward, and if the defense helps you a little bit, even better.
He's done a decent job of that tonight, hasn't he? Big 3rd down here for the Mount Horeb defense, trailing by 5, 8 minutes to play in quarter number 3. Quickly they get up to the line, just Glossny and Collins. Here's the handoff, he's got space, works it right side. Augustine there again, but a gain of 4 is good. For Notre Dame Academy, 1st down.
Wilson and Pernot. And another
14,
1st down.
Yeah, up to the 14 is all the markets. So that 1st down marker now at the 4-yard line for Notre Dame. Looking to add on to this 5-point lead.
7 carries, 51 yards, all Christian
Collins. Number 22.
CC
22.
CC 22.
I wonder where they'll go here. 1st and 10. One receiver out to his right. It's a pitch to Collins, left side. He's got space. Oh, makes another nice cut. Spins near the 10-yard line. That's where he reaches the ball out to. And he's just going to chip away at this all by himself. Him and his blockers.
He's going to eat up most of the first half of the quarter.
You don't see a lot of inflatable helmets that teams run out of. Mount Horeb has always had that one, though, as you see now on your screen, in the corner of your screen there, top right corner.
Fog machine.
Yeah. They know how to make an entrance.
Oops. Offsides.
Oh, yeah, offsides for sure. That goes against Mount Horeb Barneveld. Not ideal in this scenario. If you are a Vikings fan or player.
Really, that's only the second penalty?
I think so.
Mount Horeb had a false start.
I think only 2 penalties in this one. Hoping this one go by pretty quickly as we are almost halfway into this 3rd quarter. 6:31 to play as the clock continues to tick. We go under 6.5 minutes now, and it is 2nd and 2. Handoff. Collins works behind his lineman, just falls forward past the 5-yard line. That's going to be good for a 1st down. Make it 1st and goal for the Tritons.
He carried the ball 15 times in the first half. He's already got 9 here in the first drive.
Has he had every carry this drive?
Every drive, every carry.
Or every play, I should say, he carried. Blom is in the game on offense for the first time all night. And the direct snap again to Collins. He goes behind Blom, makes a cut, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Christian Collins extends the Notre Dame Academy lead here in quarter number 3. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the night. Makes it 19-8. And apologies, math not my forte, so 2-point conversion could make it 13, so they might as well just kick the extra point to make it a 12-point lead. 19-8, the score. Last extra point attempt was blocked by Mount Horeb Barneveld. We'll see if history can repeat itself with 5:47 to play in the 3rd quarter. Hold is down, kick is up, and kick is good. 20-8, Notre Dame Academy comes on the road and scores in their opening drive in the 2nd half to extend the lead to 12. Since 1962, Stoughton Trailers has been a family-owned and operated business with competitive wages and excellent benefits, plus growth and advancement opportunities. Stoughton Trailers is an exciting place to grow your career. Join the collaboration, innovation, and dynamic team atmosphere at Stoughton Trailers, with positions now open in production, operations, finance, sales, engineering, supply chain, and more. Go to stojobs.com to apply today on behalf of Stoughton Trailers. Best of luck to all the participants in today's game. Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity. Well, all Christian Collins all the time for the Notre Dame offense, Dennis.
Yeah, that was a 10-play, 65-yard drive, 6:13 off the clock. 60 of those yards, 10 carries, all for Collins. 5-yard penalty added on there. So that makes it now 25 carries, 177 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Jeez. Alex Strofe, Dennis Semrau on hand with you here at Mount Horeb High School. And the Tritons set to kick it away back to Mount Horeb Barneveld. Their first crack at it here in half number 2. Kick is going to be fielded by Trenton Owens. Fakes that reverse again. Almost slips at the 5-yard line. Taken down near the 15-yard line. Notre Dame all over that return for Trenton Owens. Nice play by the Notre Dame special teams. So Mount Horeb Barneveld facing a 12-point deficit. They have not lost a game this year. 11-0 on the season, a perfect 7-0 record in the Badger Conference. Badger Small Conference champions. The closest game they had all year was back in week number 8 against Stoughton, who's still alive here in level 3, playing Monroe tonight. A 14-13 win, but pretty much every other game they've played this year has been a blowout.
Yes, it has. They've dominated now. Going to be able to test that pass defense here for Green Bay Notre Dame.
Helgeson works out of the gun, and he does look to throw. Just a quick one to Elstad on the left side. He makes a nice cut, spinning and pushed out of bounds past the 20-yard line. Quick gain there for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Senior receiver entered the game with just short of 700 receiving yards and 8 touchdowns. He's eclipsed that mark already here tonight with a couple of receptions. L.J. Elstad, really good receiver for this Mount Horeb Barneveld team the last couple of years.
So he picked up 9 on that play, it looked like.
Brings up 2nd and 1 now for the Viking offense. Looking to get right back into this thing with a score. And they love to go for 2. They can make it a 4-point game after they're able to cap it off with a touchdown. Carry is Trenton Owens, good for a first down, right up the gut. Right in the middle of the field, between the hashes.
Yep, just move the chains here. Plenty of time on the clock yet to work with.
Yeah, the Mount Horeb Barneveld faithful, Dennis, really wants to get those rally towels going, which apparently you picked up on upon your entrance today. Haven't used it yet, though. I'm proud of you. Staying neutral is the Dean Dennis Semrau.
Staying there. This isn't my hometown, though. Just adopted hometown,
Yeah,
I guess.
if we were in Middleton, there's no doubt he's waving that flag. Snap to Helgeson and a handoff to Owens. Owens working right in the middle, and he stood up. No, able to slip away and gain a couple of extra yards. Holding him up was the Notre Dame commit, James Flanagan. But Owens, a little sneaky, conniving move there. Able to slip out of it, gain a couple of extra yards.
Yeah. The elusive.
Yeah, that's probably better than conniving, if we're being honest.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm my own biggest critic. Sometimes you don't say the right words. It happens. I'm talking a lot.
So pick up a 5. We'll take that.
4:17 to go. 2nd and 5 from the 32-yard line after the pickup for Trenton Owens. Casey Helgeson, the senior QB, gets the snap, high snap, and fakes the handoff, but flags fly, whistle blows the play dead. We'll see what the call is. They forgot to throw the flag, actually. They just threw it there, as you saw, picked up on our video stream. It's an offsides call against Notre Dame, their first penalty of the night. With just a couple of minutes left to play in quarter 3, Notre Dame playing really clean football. Beautiful night for football. It's Mount Horeb Barneveld. We'll get a fresh set of downs after the Notre Dame penalty. Here, bright under the lights, downtown Mount Horeb. Helgeson looking to the sideline, awaiting some direction on the play call as he works out of the pistol formation. Again, a high snap, and handed off to Owens, who slips right through the middle of the field, slips down at the 48-yard line, right next to the marker. I think they're going to mark him about a half a yard short. Nope, they're going to wave him through. First down, pickup.
Third carry on this drive here, picked up 10 there. He was 8 for 55 with a 25-yard scamper in the first half. And now starting to put the ball on his shoulders here a little bit here.
I love seeing the Viking mascot costume running up and down the track here in front of us. It's a good costume. Very realistic.
Yes.
Looks like a real Viking.
It's a good night to be warm.
Yeah, no kidding. 3.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Snap to Helgeson. Gives again to Owens. Owens slipping away and falling forward near the 46-yard line. Nice carry again by Trenton Owens.
Key words, falling forward. Keep it going. Their version of Christian Collins. Not quite the same, but all conference back in his own right. Two-time first team all conference unanimous this year. Got a 35 on his ACT.
Really? That's one from perfect. And another carry there for Owens.
And St. Arnold told me, you want to guess what he's looking at? Two professions? Nuclear engineer and a surgeon. Yes. He's got high aspirations. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's phenomenal. Brings up 3rd and 3 from the 45, under 2.5 to play.
So just won that point.
In the third quarter.
You got to wonder if we're in 4-down territory here with the way that they're able to control the clock. The punts might not do you any good this time. Again, trying to get them to 3 punts. Only one punt for them, and got one from Mount Horeb Barneveld.
Helgeson out of the pistol. Fakes the give, and he is swarmed in the backfield. Nowhere to go. They were all over it.
Emmett Hunter.
Emmett Hunter got in there. Absolutely right, Dennis. Big loss on 3rd down. Oh, man, that's brutal for Mount Horeb Barneveld.
That's a loss of 6 on that play.
They've got a decision to make here right at midfield.
Clock's running down, under 2 minutes to go here. You might only get the ball back 1 or 2 times.
Yeah, you got to go for it, I think, the way this game's gone. Yeah. My, oh, my. 4th and 9 from their own 49. Out of the gun is where Casey Helgeson will go to work. 3 receivers to his left, dropping back, throwing over the middle. Got a man, good for the first down. Past the 40-yard line, up to the 37. Senior wideout L.J. Elstad comes through.
Keel might be his big play guy, but Elstad he's been thrown to for a long time. So, by the way, you know, this is the Mount Horeb Barneveld. Give a shout out. The Barneveld brothers are Helgeson and Owens, making the commute every day to play with these guys.
Interesting. Only nuggets you get from the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau, best in the biz.
13 on that pickup.
1st and 10 now from the 39-yard line. Throws to his
double
right.
Pass.
Oh, double pass. Going deep. Wide open. Caught within the 15. Slips away. See you later. Touchdown. Mount Horeb Barneveld. Chris Keel threw the pass, and it was caught by Trenton Owens. Unbelievable play. Some trickeration. Pulls the Vikings within 6.
38 yards. Big time play. On first of all, pick up the 4th down.
Wow.
And then come back with a double pass. You can see behind the line of scrimmage going, oh, here it is.
My goodness. That was masterful. That was the time to pull that one out.
Brings back memories of the famous Jeff Knoll bounce pass at Camp Randall.
Absolutely. Wow, that was phenomenal. So we're within 6 points. Mount Horeb Barneveld is now 20-14 the score. 39 seconds to play in the third quarter. Wing T here on as they go for another 2-point conversion. It's a handoff and it's stuffed. No, pitch back to Helgeson. That ball's still alive, but he's brought down in the backfield near the 10-yard line. That's a heads-up play, though, by Trenton Owens, who knew he was going down. He flipped it back to the quarterback, Helgeson, who was still in the play, and ultimately unable to reel it in. So a 2-point conversion earlier in the game, just as good as 2 extra points. It's a 6-point game. As the Mount Horeb offense comes on the field, wanting to hear the Mount Horeb faithful, waving the rally towels, and trying to root their Vikings back into this one. One-score game, 20-14. Notre Dame in front. They'll get the football back momentarily. A message during this postseason broadcast from the WIAA and the Wisconsin Department of Transportation. Speeding and reckless driving are leading causes of injuries and deaths on Wisconsin roads. Whether you're an athlete or a spectator, control your drive on the roads to keep all travelers safe. Don't speed, don't be reckless. 0 in Wisconsin. Together, we can save lives. 20-14. Almost the end of the third quarter of this Level 3 Division III matchup. We've said it a million times throughout the broadcast tonight, Dennis. A lot of people thinking this should have been the Division III state championship game. Certainly living up to those expectations here. And an onside kick attempt out the gates here for Mount Horeb Barneveld. I believe Notre Dame recovered right at the 50-yard line, and they sure did. So they'll only have half of a field to work with. They wanted to follow up the trickeration with more trickeration here in quarter number 3.
Right. We have 39 seconds left. We had only 2 possessions in this quarter. Green Bay Notre Dame had a 6-minute, 13-second drive. That one for Mount Horeb Barneveld, 9 plays, 85 yards. Remember, after the kickoff return kind of went awry. And 5:02, 38-yard touchdown pass, Chris Keel to Owens. So we got ourselves a ball game heading to the fourth quarter.
From the 50-yard line, Notre Dame back on offense. Glossny under center. Hands it off. Collins works it left side, makes a cut inside the 50 and pushed out of bounds. Past the 45, another nice carry by the junior back, Christian Collins.
We get a stoppage of play here. Timeout. Did they take a timeout on that one, it looks like? No. Nope. Why the stoppage? The clock. Pick up a 6 there.
Snap, and they're looking to throw here on second down. Glossny rolls to his right, has Flanagan, but nowhere to go for Flanagan. Keels all over him. Back at the 46-yard line for a loss. Big play by the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense.
Favorite pattern, the out pattern for Flanagan, and Keel was signed to wherever Flanagan is tonight. That is where Chris Keel is going to be. He was in his grill that time. No gain.
In his grill, says the dean.
And actually, looks like
they're going to let the time expire, I think. Yep. And that will do it. 1 quarter to play in a 1-score game. Quarter-final action between number 1 Mount Horeb Barneveld, number 2 Green Bay Notre Dame Academy. Your score, at the end of the third quarter. Notre Dame 20, Mount Horeb Barneveld 14, 12 minutes to play. Whoo, baby. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania rolls on. Time for the fourth quarter. 20-14 your score. Big third down play coming for the Notre Dame Academy offense and the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense, trailing by 6. They need a stand here. 12 minutes to play. Somebody's turning equipment in on Monday. He's Dennis Semrau, Alex Strope, and here we go. Snap this time to Blom. Blom's first carry of the game is good for a first down for Notre Dame. Ian Blom.
The FRCC back of the year, offensive back of the year last year in the conference, 1,400 yards. Came into this game averaging 8.4 yards a carry in his own right. Picks up a big first down. Needed 4, got 6.
Indeed, all the way up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 now for Notre Dame. And the press box is shaking as the Mount Horeb Barneveld faithful making some noise beneath us.
Their version of the jump around.
Something like that, right? Here's the handoff to Collins on first down, who's got a lot of blockers to his right side. Works it past the 35-yard line. Nice pickup of at least 5 there on first down. Collins looking to break that 200-yard mark tonight. He has been just terrific. Mr. Do-It-All, and he's done it on the defensive side of the ball as well.
You realize we're in the fourth quarter. Each team had 5 possessions before. This is now number 6 for Notre Dame. How valuable each one is tonight.
No doubt. It's been a defensive grind for both these squads. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, the handoff to Collins, and Collins again. Going to work it forward for a first down. Got at least 6 near the opposite sideline in front of the Notre Dame bench. Christian Collins, stud. What's above a workhorse, Dennis?
Draft horse? Clydesdale? Yeah, those Clydesdale commercials, right?
I do.
Super Bowl.
Of course.
Those are
every year.
The best.
1st and 10 now.
The dog, horse and the dog.
Ow. Here's the handoff to Collins. Oh, man, he's got space past the 25. Tripped up. Nice tackle.
Pernot, number 7 again, making a big one. I keep saying, now you see why he's making so many tackles. He's always around the ball.
Yeah, no kidding. He's going to get past that 100 tackle mark tonight, the way things are going here, with Christian Collins just touching the ball every single play, pretty much, for the Notre Dame offense. Less than 10 minutes to play. Remains a 6-point ball game, 20-14, 9:40 to play in this level 3 matchup. Winner goes on to the semifinals next week. Only 8 teams remain tonight. By the end of the night, we'll be down to 4 in every division. Snap to Glossney. Handoff to Collins. Collins wrapped up nicely that time by the Mount Horeb Barneveld defense. Still got a couple, but that does bring up another crucial 3rd down. I believe 3rd and 3 it's looking like as they mark the ball at the 21-yard line. Might be actually about 3rd and 4 they say. Looks like the marker's about the 18-yard line, though. So I'm going to call it 3rd and 3.
That makes it 30 carries, 200 yards even for Collins on the night.
Good for him.
2 touchdowns.
Here we go. Glossney on 3rd down, under center, takes the snap, hands again to Collins. Collins wrapped up. I think he's going to be just short. He is. About a yard short of the marker. Brings up 4th and 1.
Leibfried in on that play, 73.
Oh, boy. Debatably the biggest play of the night coming up.
Field goal would make it a 2-possession
Not
game.
a generous mark here either, Dennis. No. 4th and 2, they put it just ahead of the 20-yard line. Rushing up to the line of scrimmage. Notre Dame Academy on 4th and 2. Handoff, Collins makes a cut right side. Notre Dame says they got it. Mount Horeb Barneveld saying they stopped them. And this is going to be a close one.
Where's the mark? That's the key.
Mark's about the 18. Where do they spot him? Oh, man, we're going to have the chain gang making an appearance here. With 8:02 to play. Did they get it? Here come the chains.
Too big a game.
My favorite thing about football. Here come the chains.
Yeah.
Love it when a game rides on this, don't you? Oh, man.
What game was it we had?
They're short. They stopped them. Mount Horeb Barneveld stands tall on 4th and 2. Turnover on downs in a 6-point ball game.
Huge stop by that interior line.
Oh, wow.
.802 to play. Mount Horeb Barneveld with the ball. Needs 1 score to take the lead.
Here's the thing, Dennis.
Could this be the march of all time?
Hold on a minute. Would they kick the extra point? They're a team that goes for 2. A touchdown ties
would be the exception. Yeah, they got their kicker back. McGuire had been out with an injury.
Biggest kick of his life if they're able to capitalize. Here we go.
That's right.
1st and 10, Mount Horeb Barneveld. 8 minutes, 2 seconds to play from the 17-yard line. 6-point game. Helgeson out of the gun, looks to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. He eludes, rolls to his left, throws deep, over the middle, has Keel at midfield, dragged out of bounds just short of the 50-yard line. Huge gain on 1st down for the Vikings.
Showed his patience in the pocket and his mobility there, avoiding the rush. And was sacked back-to-back plays in the first half, but right there, that takes a lot of guts to hang in there, and he found him open on the sideline. Keel reeled it in. 48, 27 yards, big-time play.
Wow, what a play by Chris Keel. Makes it 1st and 10 now all the way up to the 48. 31-yard gain, as Dennis just pointed out. Pistol formation this time for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Helgeson gives it off to Owens. Owens gets past midfield, taken down at the opposite 48. The 48 of Notre Dame. About a 4-yard pickup there on 1st down. This is a terrific football game. No matter the result, what a football game tonight in Mount Horeb. Under 7.5 minutes to go. Still a 6-point game.
Fans got their money's worth and a rally rig. Oh, clock ticking there. Now,
so souvenir and a ticket.
Oh.
2nd and 5, actually, from the 47. Give him an extra yard than I did. Snap to Helgeson. Fakes the handoff, takes himself, makes a cut, goes past the 45. Good for a 1st down, Casey Helgeson. All the way up to the 41-yard line. Nice carry. Man, oh man.
Big. Just keep moving the chains. That's all they got to do. Move the chains, move the clock.
Under 7 minutes now. As Dennis points out, the clock continues to run. 6:45 to play.
This is one of those games the last team with a ball could be winning it.
I think you're right. As Helgeson trots back to the huddle, makes the call, they break the huddle. 1st and 10 from the 41 of Notre Dame for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Snap to Helgeson. Looks to throw right side to Primesberger. Makes a stiff arm past the 40 up to the 38-yard line. About a 3-yard gain there on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Number 2, Marzak there, making sure he didn't go any farther.
Dennis, I asked you this question a little bit earlier, so I'm going to ask again because I don't think you gave me enough energy. You having fun yet?
Yes.
That's the energy
That's what we
need.
live for.
Absolutely. This
Friday
is,
night under the lights.
Beautiful night in November.
This ain't Texas, as they might say, as Chris Orr might say.
Chris Orr might say.
This is Wisconsin football.
And
we'll take it.
This is the best of the best. Halfway through the 4th quarter, 5:45 to play in this one. Helgeson gets the snap, high snap, gives it off to Owens, who's got a hole up the middle, past the 30, lowers the shoulder, taken down near the 20-yard line. Huge pickup for Trenton Owens.
Oh.
And they will mark it right at the 20 into the red zone. Here come the Vikings.
If you got a dog in the hunt, boy, hang on.
2 receivers left, one to the right for Helgeson, takes the snap and gives it off again to Owens, who falls forward near the 17-yard line. Pickup of 3 there on 1st down. Whew, take a breath.
We finally got you a ball game this year. Oh, of course, Hunter's here, so right,
Hunter's
he's
here.
our good luck charm.
We had a pretty good one in week 1, didn't we? Or playoff week 1, I should say.
Oh, yeah.
This time of year, they're all good.
Oh.
Nobody wants to go home. And it certainly doesn't look like Mount Horeb Barneveld does.
In advance, yes.
Helgeson fakes the give, throws it off right side, up the sideline, pushed out of bounds is Owen Ashelman. Ashelman played a big part early in the first half of this one. Hasn't seen the ball much in the second half, but a big pickup there. Thinks it, 3rd and maybe 1, if that?
3rd and 1. Yeah.
All right. And obviously we're in 4-down territory at the 11-yard line. So they'll get 2 cracks at this if they need it. But they'll work out of the pistol. Owens behind Helgeson. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Snap, Helgeson. Handoff, Owens. Owens trips forward, reaches, but he punched the ground. I think he knows he's short. I think they're going to mark him short, Dennis.
Just tripped him up. Knee went down as he was lunging.
Oh, my goodness. It's 4th and 1. As we go under 4.5 minutes now in this level 3 dogfight between Notre Dame Academy, the 2 seed, and Mount Horeb Barneveld, the 1 seed. Vikings trail by 6. It's 4th and 1 in Notre Dame territory. Helgeson looks to the sideline, awaiting the call. Shotgun formation, Owens the back. Snap, handoff, Owens fighting forward, he got it. First down, Mount Horeb Barneveld. 1st and goal now.
This is 4 minutes off the clock. We started at 8:02 down to 4:01 here. So using up precious time here.
All 6 timeouts available, each team with all 3. From the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal. Same setup. Pistol formation, 2 receivers to each side. Snap to Helgeson. Fakes the give. Throws it right side. Ashelman reaches. He's just short. The ball came out, but they will mark him down. He's within, 3 yards, maybe 2, depending on the mark. I'll put him at the 3. Nice pick up there by the
6.
junior wideout, Owen Ashelman.
And it takes more time off the clock here, too.
Keep that ball alive as we approach the 3-minute mark in this 4th quarter. What a game. Handoff to Owens. Owens spins.
Touchdown!
Owens in the end zone. Mount Horeb Barneveld has tied this level 3 matchup with 2 minutes and 58 seconds to play thanks to the running back, Trenton Owens. And you can see the Mount Horeb Barneveld sideline signaling 1 point here. Just kick the extra point. They always go for 2. But they want the lead. 2:58 to play. This game is tied. And it rides on the leg now of the kicker, Zach McGuire. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. The kick is good. Mount Horeb Barneveld back in front.
Vikings 21-20. The drive of the ages for the Vikings. 11 plays, 79 yards, 5:04 off the clock, so less than 3 minutes to go. But as we said, the last team with the ball, now they're going to have to stop Christian Collins.
All 6 timeouts remaining. Milk has been building champions for centuries. Why? Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle. Hunter Vaughn cracking up. I got to do this read, Hunter. Let me get through it. Let's start over. Milk has been building champions for centuries. Why? Research shows that real milk builds pregame muscle, and low-fat chocolate milk restores postgame muscle for athletes like few other beverages. That's why pro football players know they're going to need milk to fuel their performance. Learn their inspiring stories at GonnaNeedMilk.com. It's a real website, GonnaNeedMilk.com. Brought to you by our friends at the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin. They're going to need some chocolate milk after this one, Hunter. I don't know what you're laughing about. 21-20. Mount Horeb Barneveld in front of Notre Dame Academy of my hometown of Green Bay, Wisconsin. Man, oh, man. Local team, hometown team. I don't have a dog in this fight. 2:58 to play.
Owens' his 2nd touchdown of the game. 6 carries, 30 yards. The most important, the last 3, punched his way into the end zone.
This is just a phenomenal football game. Doesn't get better than this in the state of Wisconsin. Kick is up. It's another squib. Will be picked up at the 18-yard line. Here we go for Christian Collins. And he's dragged down past the 40-yard line. Awesome return by the star of this game, Christian Collins. And here come the rally towels for the Mount Horeb Barneveld faithful. 1st and 10, Notre Dame. From the 42-yard line. 2:52 to play. Winner moves on to the semifinals. The first time all game working out of the shotgun. And flags fly, whistles blow. What do we have?
Timeout.
Timeout for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Oh, my goodness. With 2 minutes and 52 seconds to play. This has just been an awesome all-time football game here in Level 3 between two powerhouses in Division 3. Top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld, number 2 Notre Dame Academy. And it comes down to the last 2 minutes and 52 seconds.
I'm going to need a nap after this one.
I think you're right. Just don't do it on your drive home.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no
This
kidding.
has been phenomenal.
For 50 years, Zimbrick has provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership will save you time and reduce your car buying stress by finding the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to their website, ZimbrickHonda.com, to search current inventory.
This is only the 5th possession of the second half. Pretty incredible.
They've taken the time off.
3 touchdowns and 4 possessions.
Good thing we have a tall tripod. Everybody on the Mount Horeb Barneveld side on their feet. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line for Notre Dame. Glosny out of the gun. Handoff. Collins almost lost the football, able to maintain. Works it right side, taken down near the 48-yard line. Nice pickup by the junior back. And the clock continues to tick. Notre Dame with all 3 timeouts, trailing by a point.
I pick up 7 on that first one.
2nd and 3 from the 49 where they mark it. Again out of the gun. Oh, we've got a false start on Notre Dame. Can't do that. That's tough. 3 flags, actually. 3 different referees saw that one.
So it neutralizes that first run of 8 now. Just a 3.
Mount Horeb Barneveld trailed 20-8.
7-yard was neutralizes now. It's like, okay, 2 yards on first down, you'll take that.
Vikings now in the driver's seat on their home field. 21-20, 2 minutes, 21 seconds to play. 2nd down for Notre Dame. Back to the I formation now. Glosny, handoff. Collins works left side, makes a cut, has space, past the 50, past the 40. Christian Collins is loose near the 20-yard line before he's brought down. Christian Collins.
You hear the fans saying, oh, no.
Ginormous carry. With 2:03 to play as they spot the ball inside the Mount Horeb Barneveld 20-yard line. We go under 2 minutes to play. Glosny under center. Takes the snap. Hands it off to Collins, who works it right side. Shoelace tackle, but able to pick up a couple extra as he was falling forward. Another nice pickup, as we've been saying all night long, by this junior stud, Christian Collins. One of the best backs in the state this year.
38 yards on that previous pickup, and then just picked up 8, looks like, here.
Ian Blom back in the game at tailback. Handoff, Blom works it left side. Stood up inside the 10-yard line.
Pernot right there in the middle of it.
Pernot brought Blom down, threw him down hard. Blom wanted a flag, doesn't get one. And I believe, the first timeout taken by Notre Dame, as I hear a call for water. No, a timeout taken for Mount Horeb Barneveld there. As the clock stops at 1 minute, 2 seconds. 62 seconds to play in this one-point ball game in level 3. It does not get any better than this in the WIAA high school football playoffs.
So waiting for him to mark the ball here. Still have 2nd and 2.
And they're actually, the referee communicating with the press box here that they're going to add a couple more seconds back on the clock. As it stands at 102, I believe they're going to tack a couple more on. The referee looking over here.
Looking ahead, Nick Grusin has not attempted a field goal this year for Green Bay Notre Dame.
They're going to add 3 seconds back. 1:05, 65 seconds. One of these teams going to punch their ticket to the Division III semifinals next week, likely against Rice Lake. One of these teams going home. First and goal for Notre Dame. All 3 timeouts remaining. Glossny under center. Collins back in the game. Receiver to each side. Flanagan in motion. Snap to Glossny. Hand off to Collins. Works it left side. Makes a cut at the 5. Falls forward near the goal line, but he's going to be short. Clock stops at 54 seconds, and that's where Notre Dame Academy will spend their first timeout. 1-point ball game. Unbelievable. Everybody in the stadium holding their breath, awaiting what will happen over the course of the next 54 seconds in a 1-point ball game. Mount Horeb Barneveld with 1 timeout left, Notre Dame with 2. Canopy Wealth Management has a balanced approach to help guide you through a complex and ever-changing landscape. Throughout your family's financial planning journey, they will serve as a partner, advocate, and steward to help achieve your goals with confidence. At Canopy Wealth Management, they believe that values matter and strengthen the community. When you work with Canopy, care, competence, and clarity isn't a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com. All right, here we go. From the 3-yard line, it's 2nd and goal, Notre Dame. They trail by a point. Hand off to Collins, and he scampers into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Christian Collins gives the Tritons the lead back with 51 seconds to play. 26-21, Notre Dame.
Collins over 200 yards rushing tonight, his 3rd rushing touchdown. And kind of breaks the hearts here now. 1 timeout yet from Mount Horeb Barneveld. With that passing attack, they're going to have to go the length of the field. Oh, crusher for the Vikings, but still time on the clock.
And Notre Dame here going to use their 2nd timeout as they think over what they might want to do here. They lead by 5. The extra point makes it 6. They go for 2, obviously makes it 7, which then, if Mount Horeb Barneveld is to travel the length of the field in less than 50 seconds with only 1 timeout to spend, it's their decision. Want to tie the game, bring it to overtime, or go for 2 to win the game if Notre Dame chooses to go for 2 here, which I think they might. I think they're thinking that one over on the opposite sideline of where we are here in the Mount Horeb High School press box. Big decision here for the head coach, Mike Rader, in his 7th year ahead of the Tritons program. Each team with a timeout left, only 51 seconds to play. Well, Dennis, I think they're going to go for it. Christian Collins back on the field. Carson Glossny back on the field. Brady LaViolette back on the field to fullback. Snap to Glossny. Hand off to Collins. Collins is falling forward. I think they got him. They did. No good for Notre Dame. This remains a 5-point ball game. Touchdown wins it for Mount Horeb Barneveld. But they've got to act fast. 51 seconds to play. 1 timeout for each side. 26-21 in an incredible football game tonight.
Oh, you knew the return on the kickoff for Collins, 24 yards, and then the big 38-yard scamper on 2nd and 8 from their 44. you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. But now we see why he's averaging 12.4 a carry for the season, well over 2,000 yards. Outstanding back, best back I think I've seen this year. Close to with the exception of Brunell. I like Brunell.
Yeah, of course.
And,
Columbus, yeah.
Yeah, receiver. I mean, and linebacker too. He does it all. And the all-time state rushing leader now by sides. So
this is for all the marbles. Winner goes to the semifinals next week. On Horeb, Barneveld going to get a crack at it with 51 seconds to play. Kick, really good kick. Going to let that one go out of the end zone.
Yeah.
So Mount Horeb Barneveld going to need to drive 80 yards to win this game. Touchdown, the only thing that wins it. Wow.
Well, I've passed for 233 yards this year, on an average. You're going to have to far surpass that with this drive here.
Well, here we go. Mount Horeb Barneveld going to work out of the gun. Casey Helgeson has thrown 29 touchdown passes entering tonight's game. Going to need one more. He's got the magic in him as he takes off running, goes out of bounds near the 25-yard line. Takes 6 seconds off the clock. Clock stops at 45 seconds to play. Got all the way up to the 28, actually. Bigger carry than I expected. There from Casey Helgeson. Nice play. One timeout, 45 seconds. 2nd and 3.
Interesting enough, Mount Horeb Barneveld, 32 rushing touchdowns, 32 passing touchdowns this year.
Wow.
What's number 33? Are they going to get 33?
Helgeson rolls to his right. Analyzing, pressure coming, just throws it away. And almost for the second time tonight, Liam Patterson drops a pass intended to him on the sidelines. Sorry, Liam. Brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 3 now for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Down to 40 seconds. Doesn't get much better than this.
Well, they've already used the double pass. Any tricks in the Brett St. Arnold playbook? We'll find out.
And we sure will. This is the time to break it out as Notre Dame going to use their final timeout ahead of this 3rd down play for Mount Horeb Barneveld. Hope you're not going anywhere as you're hanging out with us on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. Alex Strofe, the Dean of Area High School Sports, Dennis Semrau with you live in Mount Horeb. Level 3, Division 3. Top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld trailing by 5 with the football. And obviously a lot of playoff games going on across the state. What do you got for us, Dennis?
We just say Muskego is getting beat. Jesse's Franklin up.
Franklin up 35-7 in that one.
Yep.
It's a beatdown. Franklin looking to get back to state after winning a couple of years back. Behind quarterback Miles Burkett, currently the backup quarterback for the Wisconsin Badgers.
Last halftime score was Hamilton 13, Verona 7. Division
once
1.
we wrap up this one, we'll take a break. We'll try to run you through as many area scores, actually state scores as we can, so make sure you stick with us after the game. Helgeson throws, out route, is that intercepted? No, he called it incomplete. He said it hit the ground. Unbelievable coverage there by Charlie Hornacek. I thought he sealed the game there.
Ooh.
Helgeson has not thrown many interceptions this year.
We have not had a turnover in this game tonight.
We have not.
36 seconds to go.
Helgeson at 3 interceptions the whole year. This is game number 12.
Very few penalties, too. A couple of false starts and an offsides, but very clean game for a game with this much pressure in it.
Here we go. Helgeson scrambling on 4th down. He's going to throw it. Has a man past the 40. Pushed out of bounds into the Notre Dame bench at the 44-yard line. It was Owen Krimmer on the reception, his first of the night. Excuse me, that was L.J. Elstad on the reception.
12,
yeah, it was Elstad. Thought it looked like a 3. It was a 2. Down to 29 seconds now. 1st and 10 at the 44.
You're getting close to one more completion where you can just air it up for the end zone. One timeout. Don't think we're going to get 4 plays off here.
This game ain't over, Dennis.
Nope.
Helgeson again out of the gun. High snap, able to field it. Drops back foot throw. Deep down the field, falls incomplete. Had a couple of guys in the area. Ooh, that would have been inside the 20-yard line of Notre Dame, but falls incomplete, brings up second down. But that's really the first time all night, Dennis, Helgeson showing he's got terrific arm strength.
Just guys go deep. That's right now.
Let's just toss it up and hope something crazy happens. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 22 seconds to play. Just takes 7 seconds off the clock there.
Haven't had a Hail Mary completion like that in a long time for a game called, so looking forward to that. Would be a great way to end this one.
Notre, Dennis over to my left. Thought that was clever. Nobody going to give me credit on that? All right, 2nd and 10. Snap to Helgeson. Eluding, running forward, throws over the middle, has a man. Elstad breaks the tackle, runs out of bounds past the 40-yard line. Clock stops at 15 seconds. As now
huge.
Mount Horeb Barneveld into Notre Dame territory. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line, 1st and 10. Scratch that, 38-yard line.
Bought him another play. If he doesn't get out of bounds, we might just have to spike and be one for the end zone. But
well, they still have that timeout, Dennis. Can't forget about that.
18 yards on that one. Yeah, that's true. Still heads-up play by the senior receiver.
15 seconds from the 38-yard line of Notre Dame. Helgeson dropping back, has time, throws near the sideline, and it's out of bounds, incomplete, intended in the direction of the running back, Trenton Owens. It was Micah Marzek in coverage, but ultimately falls out of bounds. Again, the clock now at 11 seconds on 2nd and 10 from the 38. Casey Helgeson, the senior quarterback, looking to make the amazing happen. With 11 seconds to play from the 38-yard line. Two receivers to each side. Owens in his backfield. Helgeson dropping back, looking to throw. Rolls right, dumps it off to Owens. Owens running up the sideline, gets out of bounds. Spinning, finally gets out of bounds. Think he gained a couple extra yards there. Past the 25-yard line, but there's only 5 seconds on the clock.
This is it. Picks up the first down, and now it makes a more manageable play here.
Tiptoed the sideline, got all the way up to the 22-yard line.
Another 16 yards on that completion.
This will be the final play. Notre Dame leads Mount Horeb Barneveld by 5, 26-21. Casey Helgeson, the senior quarterback, gets the snap, lofts it to the end zone. Two receivers in the area, falls incomplete. This game is over. Green Bay Notre Dame is moving on to the Division III semifinals with a 26-21 victory over top-seeded Mount Horeb Barneveld. An incredible game goes down to the final play.
They move 58 yards in 51 seconds. Just 22 yards shy of moving on.
And an incredible display of sportsmanship at midfield as Notre Dame linebacker and fullback Brady LaViolette embracing Trenton Owens. As obviously Owens heartbroken as Mount Horeb Barneveld unable to get it done tonight here in level 3 on their home field. Notre Dame makes the 3-hour trek and with less than a minute left, score the game-winning touchdown.
It's going to be a 20-minute bus ride back.
Yeah.
They're going to be on emotion. Wow. We couldn't have asked for a better game. No turnovers in the game, very few penalties. And just an incredible showing by both teams. For Mount Horeb Barneveld, so close. The best team they've had. You go back to that 2012 team that got to the state semifinals. I think this was a better offense. And really did a great job with it tonight. Helgeson, they gave everything they had. Some Senior plays there by Elstead, getting out of bounds. Owens catching it and getting a little bit closer so they at least had a shot. But you could see Smart coaching. Player went up for Green Bay Notre Dame, but just swatted 2 hands. Just knock it down. Don't even try to pick it off. That's where the Hail Marys seem to work. If you try to catch the ball, batted it away as soon as it hit the turf. Ends the season for a great senior class here for Mount Horeb Barneveld. You think back to their freshman year, it was the pandemic year, how far these kids have come. A lot to be proud of.
No doubt.
I did their preseason preview for the Mount Horeb Mail. Adams here tonight covering it. Just a wonderful season, but the dream season has to end sometime, and unfortunately for the Vikings, it's level 3.
But for the Tritons, the dream season continues. They go on the road, steal a victory in the final minute. 26-21, the Notre Dame Academy Tritons are moving on to the Division III semifinals.
And when it comes to Christian Collins, he's everything that he was cracked up to be. Outstanding performance by that young man who's only a junior.
Yeah, he's going to be the best running back in the state next year, no doubt about it, if he's not already. I mean, what a performance tonight for Christian Collins.
I'd like to be his agent going for the next level.
Yeah, it's true that, right? Notre Dame Academy wins in level 3 on the road, 26-21 the final. We'll take one break. When we come back, we'll run through some of these scores around the area, a final look at some of the stats tonight, including how well did Christian Collins run tonight? We'll find that out coming up next. It's Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania on ESPN Madison.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
Hey everyone, Molly Brown from ESPN Madison here. For the best Southwestern food in the Madison area, it's always Pasquale's Cantina for me and my family. Whether I'm enjoying my favorite taco salad, their awesome chips and guac, or one of their famous burritos, Pasquale's is the best for authentic Southwestern fare. Visit one of their locations in Verona or Middleton today, or check out their menu and order online at PasqualesCantina.com.
Bringing the flavors of the Southwest to the Midwest. Pasquale's Cantina.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
UW Credit Union presents the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Hi, this is Dennis Semrau from Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania here on 100.5 ESPN. We're very excited to partner with UW Credit Union to help bring you even closer to the stories of great young student athletes. Each week, as part of this season of PrepMania, will feature the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. UW Credit Union is proud to support local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And just like the fantastic student athletes we'll be telling you about all season, UW Credit Union's online banking also goes above and beyond with top-rated service and security that exceeds industry standards. UW Credit Union is here for you, presenting the PrepMania Student Athlete of the Week. Learn more at uwcu.org.
Final in Mount Horeb. Green Bay Notre Dame 26, Mount Horeb Barneveld 21. Notre Dame goes on the road and upsets Mount Horeb Barneveld, the top seed in Division III, on a terrific last-minute drive, capped off by a terrific night by the junior running back, Christian Collins. Dennis, I know you're over there adding up the stats. Do you have a final number for the Notre Dame junior running back, Christian Collins? We'll get that momentarily. Again, our final score here, 26-21. The winner of this game, of course, now we know, is Notre Dame. And they will likely Onalaska's pulled within 8 in that one. So it is a fourth quarter game between top seed Rice Lake, number 3 Onalaska. Rice Lake leads in the fourth quarter, 38-30. Notre Dame likely heading to Rice Lake next week. We will keep an eye on that over the course of the next couple minutes. Another 8-point game in Division III. Reigning state champion Monroe leading Cinderella Stoughton, the 7 seed, 16-8 in the fourth quarter there. Elsewhere in the area, Division I score right now in the fourth quarter. Verona trailing Sussex Hamilton, a score of 19-14 in that one in the fourth quarter. A lot of close games across the state. In Division II in our area, not so much. Wanakee, the top seed, 11-0 on the year, hosting New Richmond right now in the fourth quarter. It ain't even close. 42-7 is the score there, and they could be meeting a rival in the area because both of them looking like they're moving on to the semifinals next week in Division II. Sun Prairie East leading Slinger in Sun Prairie tonight, 28-6 in that one. Can I get either of the Division IV scores? Appleton Xavier at number 1 Lodi, number 5 Lakeside Lutheran at Catholic Memorial. Can't get the scores in either of those. But in Division V, Columbus, another reigning state champion, leading La Crosse Aquinas in the fourth quarter by 1 point. 13-12 in the fourth quarter there. So some of the area scores. All right, Dennis.
Defending Division IV champs in Division V this year. I'd like to see that. Final numbers for Christian Collins, unofficially 37 carries, 263 yards, and 3 touchdowns. For Mount Horeb Barneveld, great game for Casey Helgeson, his final game as a senior quarterback. 21 of 31, 294 yards, and no touchdowns. The touchdown pass tonight was actually from Chris Keel to Trenton Owens.
Right.
And then Owens also had 2 touchdown runs. He finished his final game with 19 carries, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So offensively, they put it up. It came just one more stop against Collins, the kickoff, and then the big run on that last one. And had a feeling it would come down to the last team with the ball. Well, Mount Horeb had it only 51 seconds. They went 58 yards, came up 22 yards short. Wonderful season, finished 11-1, arguably the best season in Mount Horeb history, other than the team that went to the state semifinals in 2012.
What an incredible game tonight. Notre Dame comes on the road, 3-hour bus ride, pulls it off within the last minute. A final of 26-21 in our game of the week here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania. He's the Dean Dennis Semrau. I'm Alex Strofe. A big thanks, as always, to our friends at Zimbrick Honda, where for 50 years they have provided the Madison area with quality Honda vehicles. The trusted staff of Zimbrick Honda's used car dealership save you time and reduce your car buying stress to find the vehicle that matches your style. If you're in the market for a new Honda or a used Honda, visit Zimbrick Honda in Madison today or head to their website, ZimbrickHonda.com, to search current inventory. Our final, Notre Dame 26, Mount Horeb Barneveld 21. Again, just quick run through on the other Madison area scores. Verona trailing in the fourth quarter to Sussex Hamilton, the top seed in Division I, 19-14 in that game. In Division II, 2 blowouts for the area teams. Wanakee in front of New Richmond in the fourth quarter, 42-7. And Sun Prairie East on top of Slinger at Bank of Sun Prairie Stadium, 28-6. Stoughton and Monroe is a 1-score game in the fourth quarter, also here in Division III. Monroe, the reigning state champs, in front of the Cinderella story, the Stoughton Vikings, 16-8 in that one in the fourth quarter. In Division IV, Lakeside Lutheran falls to Catholic Memorial, the powerhouse, a final of 20-7. In that one, Catholic Memorial has punched their tickets to the semifinals yet again. And in Division V, the reigning Division IV state champion Columbus Cardinals are leading by a point on the road at La Crosse Aquinas, 13-12. Those are your Madison area scores as it stands currently. Make sure you follow along on Twitter to get, or X, whatever we call it these days, to get some of those final scores as they roll in. But looking like several area teams going to advance. Unfortunately, Mount Horeb Barneveld unable to do it tonight as they fall to Green Bay Notre Dame. The final tonight, 26-21. A big thanks to Adam Mertz, our halftime guest. A big thanks to Hunter Vaughn, our on-site video producer. Chuck Stanger back in the Everlight Solar Studio, making us sound good, making sure the audio sounds good. And as always, the best in the biz. Always a privilege to be alongside the Dean of Area High School Sports, the great Dennis Semrau. Dennis, the next time I see you, I'll see you at Camp Randall Stadium in 2 weeks.
Yeah, Jesse and I next week.
You got it.
All right.
And we will
go,
find
brother.
out. Always a pleasure. This is probably the best game you and I have ever seen together. So
wow,
that was. I think we all need to take a breath. Big thanks again to Dennis Semrau. For Dennis Semrau and Hunter Vaughn, I'm Alex Strofe. Signing off from Mount Horeb High School. Your final 26-21 Green Bay Notre Dame. Moving on to the Division III semifinals next week. That'll do it for us tonight. Have a great rest of your Friday evening and your weekend. Go Badgers. Go Packers. We'll talk to you next week here on Zimbrick Honda's presentation of PrepMania.